Well, a very good afternoon to all the members of the Flight Deck Sim channel. I hope you're all doing very well on the 15th of May 2021, 3 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. 17th members only group flight. Can't believe we've done so many so far. First ever time in the United Arab Emirates, the Middle East. Lovely crossfire event organised for you guys today. Today I'm going from Dubai to Kuwait with half the group, and as you well know, the other half starting over Kuwait are flying inbound to Dubai. Flight time around 1 hour 20 minutes for us. We have the longest sector for us guys here in Dubai. We've got a nice strong headwind for the entire way. A little bit of dust storm blowing in Kuwait. It'll be quite interesting. Give an opportunity to actually review some of the operational procedures required in dusty and dusty conditions. We'll have a look at those procedures there. But great to have some of you jump on board today. We've got over 50 of us taking part in the group flight here. We've got the Aviotech scenery here in Dubai, looking absolutely resplendent. Here we are. We've got full ATC both ends here. They were so quick, but one of the quickest ever replies I had to requests for a group flight in ATC. They were so enthusiastic, said yes, we'd love to host the Alpaca Airways group flight this month. So we've got, I believe, at least ground and tower here in Kuwait. I think they've got the full works. You've got ground clearance, you've got tower approach, even centres online as well. So it's really cool to have so many people here as well. Hope you're all doing very well anyway. We've got Anthony here. Hope you're doing well. Have fun, everyone. Unfortunately, probably a little bit early for you to join in, or perhaps you're busy there. Alexander, hope you're doing well. I did your first virtual flight yesterday since beginning of December. Just as I was about to line up on my runway, my mum shouted upstairs she needed to be let out the drive. Ever happened to you online? Hasn't, Alexander, thankfully, hasn't. Awesome stuff, but I can see plenty of you here. Alpaca 1302 36 Alpha Bravo, 5 Kilo Delta, 9 Whiskey Hotel, 1 Delta Kilo, 55 Bravo, and for the first ever time there is a BAE 146 in Alpaca Airways livery. That is Jamlin, who's also made the CSL as well. Looking absolutely awesome here to have the 146, all sorts of aircraft. We've got 2 146s, Alpaca 7 Echo November as well. All on my lonesome over here, guys. Everyone's staying well clear of me today. Over here, I think we've got some of the heavier jets taking part in the event, along with some 737s and A320s. We've got Alpaca 4711 is one of the first people to be pushing back. I think that's the 319, 47 Alpha Tango. A few people in the baby bus today. We've got Alpaca 155 Kilo in a 747. That could be Finley, I'm not sure. I don't think we've got a 747 CSL. We've even got other airlines with different call signs in Alpaca liveries. Everyone wants to be in Alpaca Airways. But anyway, here we are. Let's zoom on in. I think we're on Stan Echo 22 here. We're expecting runway 30 right for departure. Completely cold and dark. I've not done anything except lower the air stairs, open the door, and hopefully I'll remember to retract them before we push back, as I usually do forget there. You got a work day today, Anthony. Sorry to hear that. Scott S, hope you're doing well, and David Ryder, good afternoon to you as well. Robson, sadly couldn't take part, but watching from work. Awesome, buddy. Don't get too distracted. I hope your boss doesn't find out. Or maybe you are your own boss, who knows. Right, anyway, let's clamber on up to the Zebra mod and spawn up the stairs. There we are. Super realistic. Perfect. So let's get the show on the road for ourselves. So batteries on, GPUs on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps are on. We have the landing gear lever, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. We then check out the aircraft documentation to make sure everything is up to date. So I'm flying the pre-release version. I think Zebo is imminently about to release this version of the Mod 349 publicly. There was a small update to it this morning, but he said it's broken, so don't use it. So I'm actually using the same version I used for Carcassonne, which is on, was it Wednesday when we last streamed? So yeah, it was working fine on that stream. I did a test sector this morning, all seemed to be hunky-dory, so hopefully no problems for us today. Right, so what I'm going to do is actually carry on with the setup, then we'll tune up the clearance so we can hear some of you guys getting your clearance. Here's our operational flight plan for ourselves. So, standard Simbury flight plan format. The alternate I chose was Bahrain. Not so close to Kuwait, so you can see the reserves are quite high, 3.3 tons. So I'm taking quite a lot of passengers today, so when you have that sort of extra fuel for your reserves, just be very careful if you're taking a full load of passengers and taking extra fuel. You can get quite close to your max landing weight, which I am today. I'll be taking an extra 30 minutes of fuel, and based on the fact that 30 minutes plus what we have for our reserves plus the fact I'm simulating a full load of passengers. We're quite heavy. Landing weight's going to be around 64 tonnes. Max landing weight is just over 65 tonnes, about 65.3 tonnes. So we'll take the extra 30 minutes, so that would be 7-8 plus 1,200 kilos, so 8-8. Let's call it 9 tonnes of fuel. That would be perfect for us. So we'll go over here to fuel, payload, fuel for our sector. No, not 7, that won't be enough. 9. And payload, I said we'll take 180 passengers, pretty much full. There we go, and we'll also call for the fuel truck. And we have, let's say, Ali filling up our fuel today for us. Superb. What's the temperature right now in Dubai? It was so hot earlier. Sun's just setting now, but it's still 37 degrees, and it's 42 degrees in Kuwait. Absolutely crazy. Temperatures. The density altitude will be very high, so the performance in climb especially will be very poor at lower altitudes at these higher weights as well. So really interesting to see how it affects the Zemo on today. Right, so fuel's on the way. We have our 180 passengers coming, so zero fuel weight's 58.8. That checks with what I'm expecting. Push the attend button, and flaps are up, matching the flap indicator position. Tell you what, I've gotten in a bad habit recently doing in the Xenon is not doing my fault and fire test. Now, I've not set any faults or fire tests, but should get in the habit of forgetting. There we are, so that's done. Flaps are up, matching the flap indicator position. Takeoff config. Test is working. Test the cargo fire system. It's working fine. Let's put VHF 1 here. Rudder and aileron trim is set. Gear extension doors are closed. Circuit breakers are all in. Up here, stall warning test. Going to have to wait a little bit longer for that. There's the flight run to be tested. Mac airspeed warning test. No reversal lights. Engine control lights. The ECs are on. Normal for the passenger oxygen. We have sufficient for dispatch. IRS to nav. That's going to take us 6 minutes. And circuit breakers are in. And I'm happy to start boarding. There we are, starting the flight leg there. Ansi, oh yes, no Nightbot today. Nightbot doesn't like unlisted private streams. It doesn't work. Don't know why. Last stream I tried it a members only stream, but that didn't work either for loads of reasons. So we're back to this sort of unlisted stream where, you know, I have to share the link with you guys. But yeah, unfortunately no Nightbot, so you guys best be on your best behaviour today. Ben Matthews flying along our flying buddy so I can enjoy the stream. Very cool, Ben. I hope you could join in online on a sector though, or one of the group flights. That would be super cool if you could do that. Right, so we have frequency 131.7 for the ATIS. My off block time is in 20 minutes. We're due off at 14:30 Zulu. Let's see if we can get the ATIS working here on voice.
Minimum runway occupancy required. Caution possible glide slope fluctuations. Advise ATC copied Alpha.
Alpha.
Doha International Airport departure and arrival Alpha. At time 1300, departure runway 30 right, arrival runway 30 left. Airfield information surface wind 340 degrees, 9 knots. Kazakh. Temperature plus 37.
Wow.
Dew point plus 17. QNH 1000. Expect ILS approach. Advised aircraft type on first contact. Doha International Airport departure
it's saying
and
Dublin
arrival Bravo.
information, I swear, but I'm pretty happy that that's Dubai. Very interesting there. 37 degrees. Now, obviously we can't feel that, but I can tell you now, if you were sat in the fuselage of a 737 with it being 37 degrees outside, you'd be absolutely roasting in here. So first thing we're going to do is get the APU started, and we're going to get some nice cool air conditioned air for the cabin. So what we do is turn these right down, so as soon as the AP is available, we have to wait until 1 minute until the AP was available, until we can provide APU bleed air as well. But you can sort of see here the cabin temperature. It's modelled, it'd be a lot higher. It'd even be higher than this because, like a glass house, thin metal tube, the sun beating on that fuselage all day. I've gotten into an aircraft that's been sat in the sun over 30 degrees and it's been sort of 45 plus in the cabin. Absolutely horrible. So for a bit of realism, we'll get the centre tank pumps on as well, so we'll fuel the centre tank pump. We'll get the AP on the bus straight away, and we technically have to wait a minute now to get the APU bleed on as well. So we'll do that too. Thankfully, I can't feel anything. So, but yeah, that'd be horrible in the real flight deck. So we have information alpha. QNH is 1000. So we'll set that now. And the MFRA 1,000 feet above this is going to be 1,030 feet. So we'll set that here. Excellent, so that's set. We'll get the lighting on here. It's going to be a lovely sunset dusk flight for everyone today. So there's the lighting turned up. And we'll load up the flight management computer now. So here is our operational flight plan. FMC latest AirRag is installed. We're in Dubai, which is Oscar Mike Delta Bravo. IRS coordinates coming in now. There we go. And there's Dubai, and we're going to Kuwait, Oscar Kilo Bravo Kilo. Never been there in any live stream, so it's a first for us today. Call sign for us is Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. There we are, departures. Runway 30 right, as advised by ATC. We could expect a RIDAP 2 Foxtrot off that runway, so that is selected. Not much to type into the airway. We're all using standard routings today, as requested by the respective VATSIM ACCs, just like I think they would be using over here in real life. Standard flight plans routes, so the sectors between these two airports. So, Mike 557 to 2 Mac. From 2 Mac, Mike 600 to Combo. Alpha 453 to Debty. That is the beginning of the arrival into Kuwait later. So, departure arrivals. We're expecting the Debty to Charlie. And looking ahead at the plate here, expecting it'll be the northwesterly runway, so it'll be 33 right or 33 left, as will be coming from the east. 33 right would be the sort of first runway we approach there. And looking at the charts, I saw the the Debty to Charlie. There was a transition point called Gibney, which was on the extended centre line for 33 right. So we'll select that, activate it. Imagine the route's being checked or executed as well. So now the AP's been running for well over a minute, we can get the AP bleed on, and straight away you'd feel this lovely rushing cool air, same as you would with the air conditioning on your car coming in. So that's all sorted there. Excellent. So performance. Zero fuel weight was 58.8 based off 180 passengers. Reserves quite high, as we were discussing earlier, to get all the way over to Bahrain if we have to divert, which is going to be 3.3. Cost index, the usual, 30. And we're cruising at 36,000 feet, evens. So we're heading west, and the cruise wind, top climb wind is 257 at 67. Top climb ISO is 13 degrees. That's executed. Average wind is 266 at 49. So route data page. First waypoint after top climb, we'll put 266 at 49. That's executed. So that's all set. Transition altitude is 13,000 feet. Now, very long runway here in Dubai. Tested it earlier. Full 22k was sufficient. Possibly a higher thrust setting might be required, because it's not so much the fact that we're not that heavy, but the density altitude, as I mentioned, would be so much higher because of that temperature. In fact, I can't remember exactly how to calculate the density altitude, but I have a handy app on my phone. So right now, the elevation of this airport is 62 feet, but the density altitude here is 3,100 feet. So the aircraft's going to behave like it was at 3,100 feet. So yeah, much higher density altitude than our actual altitude. So we'll be fine with full 22k and 35 degrees. Flat 5 CG is set. That's 20.5, so 6 units. And the V speeds are 42, 43, and 48. We'll punch in 148 here. Cool, so would you usually get the clearance? I'm pretty confident we'll get this SID, because they did say runway 30 right for departure, and it's the only SID that takes us towards RIDAP, so I'm pretty confident we've got that all correctly set. So, overhead panel, yaw dampers on, nav transfer, display switches, normal auto, fuel 6 pumps, and all configured here. Fueling's done, so seatbelt sign on, window heat comes on, even though it's 35 degrees. And that's all set here. That should be on steady. Flight director's on. Master's on my side. Let's have a little look at this SID, which I will of course brief fully for you guys. So runway QDM is 299er. So just set this to 299er. And 299er. The SID stop altitude we expect is 4,000 feet, so I'll put 4,100 for now. That's looking good for now as well. Auto brake to RTO, reset the fuel flow. Fuel is as required. 8.9 of it we asked for. That's looking good here. FMC set, and radar trim is checked. So there we are. The aircraft is pretty much all ready to go. Anthony, subtract current altimeter from standard pressure, multiply by 1,000. If a negative number, subtract from the field elevation. Is that the rough way of working out your density altitude, perhaps? Very cool. John, your stand Alpha 6 ready to push a little bit early. If you can stick to the block times, that would be great, because that'll ensure everyone's sequence reasonably accurately instead of us all going at once. That would be great. Christian, we're melting back here. Susie said hot, hot, hot. Hopefully we should have been cooling down in the cabin for you quite nicely. Right, let's tune in clearance or delivery 12035. We'll grab our clearance. Have a little listen out first, see if there's anyone on the frequency. Seems quiet at the moment. Ah, look, we just missed one of our first departures. So sorry. Who is that? Alpaca 1 Alpha Victor. Let's have a look here at the flight list. That is AV. AV, of course. Alpha Victor, who's just departed there. Have a safe flight, sir. Enjoy. Alpaca 7 Echo November's just pushing back. It is 146. That's Jamlin. And Niner Whiskey Hotel. That is Will. Will Henwood, who's also pushing back here. On the other side, we have Alpaca 318. Is he an A3? What Airbus is he in? Oh, too many Airbuses, guys. Too many Airbuses. Trying to find 318. Can't find that call sign. 0318. Not sure who that is, but no, plenty of people here, all on our way, which is great. Alpaca 4711. There we are. Someone's just blasting off. That is Berlin flight. That is our number 1 off block there. Have a safe flight there, Berlin flight, with the Shard in there. Not the Shard, what's it called? Oh, there's the other building in London. Get your flight analysis out. The Burj Khalifa, isn't it? Burj Khalifa. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, well, it seems very quiet on the frequency. Have I definitely got the right one tuned? 12035. I do. Well, I'll try and grab the clearance. Some people on text here, I think. Dubai delivery, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. I was going to say it's way too quiet.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, Dubai delivery, pass your message.
Good day, so I was just making sure the radio is working. We're on stand Echo 22, information Alpha. We're 738, requesting departure clearance to Kuwait, please.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, have you not received your IFR clearance yet?
Stand by. Was it via text?
Negative. So I have it marked that you have received your IFR clearance.
Negative. I've not received anything yet, but we are ready to copy now.
Roger, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, clear to destination Kuwait, read up to Foxtrot departure, maintain altitude 4,000 feet, squawk 6263.
Clear to Kuwait on the RIDAP to Foxtrot departure, climb 4,000 feet, squawk 6263, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, readback is correct, current information Bravo QNH 1000, remain on this frequency, report ready for pushback.
QNH 1000 and will remain on your frequency, we'll call ready, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, thank you. Excellent. So, well, it must have someone else might have got my clearance got a bit there. Anyway, we'll leave that on the background, nice and quiet. I forgot I'm in the Excellency mode, so I can actually control the volume here. There we go, perfect. So 4,000 feet, and the departure was the RIDAP to Foxtrot. RIDAP to Foxtrot, and the squawk is 6263. Excellent. We are due off in 7 minutes, guys. I've just looked at chat here. Way too many Atlas emojis there. A bit abusive. I can't believe I called it the Shard. I'm not even going to look at this one. There might be some banter going on. Right, anyway, so let's have a little bit of a briefing. So imagine Jim's done the walk around. He's back in here. We've discussed the threats. So we've discussed probably aircraft performance, the fact that it's so hot. So we'll double check the performance figures, make sure we're happy. Very busy, call sign confusion. There's a lot of alpacas here today. And unfamiliar with Dubai as well. Low sit stop altitude as well is worth highlighting too. So let's just do the briefings. So we've done the route check. Just do a quick gross error check there for the distance, which is under charts here. So distance is 481, and we've got here 480. Pretty happy we've got the correct routine in there. Check all the instrumentation, so we've got the time, cross-checking with the first officer's QNH is set, indicating 30 feet, MF array is set, flight directors are on, standby instruments are all set as well. We then do our takeoff briefing, so left-hand seat takeoff, runway 30 right, flat 5, NADP 2, and the emergencies are actions in event of rejected takeoff, actions in event of the engine failure after V1 as well. So that's done. Let's have a look at the taxi. So let's bring up the charts again. So we're on stand Echo 22, which is just here on the corner of this building. Very likely to be a pushback to face east, possibly west, go out via Papa 4, and we will taxi out via Papa or November. Here's the main airport chart, and once we're on November, it'll be probably one of the many intersections to part off runway 30 right. So a nice simple taxi. I like simple, that's why I chose to park here, not too far away from the runway. We'll take it. As advised by ATC, we've been cleared to Kuwait on the RIDAP to Foxtrot, so we again confirm it's selected in the FMC. Confirm the transition altitude set as well, so the transition altitude is 13,000 feet. There we are. On nav1 GNSS required, carry out all turns with bank angle 25 degrees, remain on tower frequency until instructed, don't climb above the cleared level, so we'll confirm the cleared level. The initial climb clearance is 4,000 feet, as it also advised by ATC. We have 4,000 feet here set on the MCP, and we can also set 4,000 feet here in the FMS. This is a sort of extra barrier in case we inadvertently forget to set the MCP, and as long as you're in VNAV, it will respect that altitude. These departures actually have minimum speeds. You don't often see this, so you'll see straight ahead climbing to Delta Bravo 570, minimum speed of 180 knots, and then we have 190 knots, max 220 by Delta Bravo 585. Now, by the time we get to this point, we'll probably accelerate it to the up speed, and then VNAV will respect a 220 knot restriction at Delta Bravo 585 because it's coded there as 220 knots or below. Let's then see, we have a left turn, routing after Delta Bravo 585 to Orlad, 15.6 miles, 266, that checks, and then we're going from that point to Kicksog, and then Ridab, Kicksog, Ridab. So it's all coded correctly, looks like it should do on the ND as well. So, happy to say the briefing is complete. So, we then complete the checklist, do the PA as well, and once we're all done, we'll make sure the cabin is secure, and I am due off in 4 minutes, guys. Everything going swimmingly so far, it would seem. Let's have a little listen out on frequency.
Alpaca 55 Bravo. Information Bravo, correct.
I think that's David.
1000 for the QNH, remain on this frequency, Alpaca 55 Bravo.
Anthony, to be fair, there might be a few shards of glass in the Burj Khalifa. That's what I was getting at. O'Neill, I think the Airbus fleet is bigger than Boeing here at Alpaca Airways. I think you could be possibly correct. Disaster. Who's that blasting off? Alpaca 9 Whiskey Hotel. I couldn't see because it's moving. Who's in 9 Whiskey Hotel there? Another phantom call sign. Oh no, that's Will. Of course, we already seen Will pushing back earlier. But no, all looking good. We have aircraft pushing back here. No delays at the whole point. As I was just mentioning in Discord in the group flight section just before this stream, the fact that we've split it into two now has just made it so much easier for ATC to manage. I don't think we've had any delays for the last 2 or 3 streams. I haven't held on a group flight for ages. Now I've said it. Anyway, what am I doing? Closing the doors.
Kilo is an Airbus 300 on stand Echo 29er with information Bravo and requesting clearance to Kuwait, flight level 340 please.
Let's connect first.
Ground to Cockpit, 2 is driving up now.
Excellent. Here is the Alpaca terminal. Is that 6 Lima Lima next to us? Yes.
Clear to Kuwait via the read up to Foxtrot departure, maintaining altitude 4000, squawk 0421, Alpaca 25
Simon T next to us. Another Airbus.
Squawk 0521, apologies for that, Alpaca 25 Kilo.
Alpaca 25 Kilo, readback is correct, current information, Bravo.
So, train airports. We're due off in 2 minutes. We might have an on-time pushback here at departure.
Welcome.
I was just reading both some of the comments. Ben Matthews, cabin crew have got the exit on the
Okay,
go.
all the doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Cooking on the wings, yeah, no doubt you could. Well, certainly on the black asphalt you could. James Monks earlier asking, can you refuel with the APU on? Yes, there's no restrictions. Anthony, it could be 2 on-time departures in a row for group flights. We're going to have that. We're going to get a bad reputation if you keep this up, I know. On-time start for the stream, on-time departure as well. Well, it's just about to flick over to 3-0, so we'll request push and start. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. He says. Oh, my sim PC I think is running a bit behind. There we go. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo stand Echo 22 requests push and start.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, contact Dubai ground now, frequency 121.65, enjoy your flight, bye bye.
12165, thanks so much to ATC. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, bye. Excellent, over to ground. The frequency, that is 12165, perfect. Dubai ground, very good evening, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo stand, Echo 22, request push and start.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, hello, Dubai ground, push and start to approved face east onto Papa.
Push start approved facing east onto Papa, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So we've been cleared push and start. Packs off, anti-collision light is on, parking brake, we will release shortly, transponder out off, that should be actually done before that. And there we are, stand Echo 22, push back to face east onto Papa, that's the first light there, nice and simple.
Ground to Cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Thank you. I'm still haunted by my own voice for better pushback as well. I'll do a little bit of a slightly longer pushback as well so we can actually exit that gate.
Ground to Cockpit, the tow truck is connected and the bypass plane is inserted. Please release the parking brakes.
There we are, parking brake released on time. Very good. Very good. AV just departed.
Starting the pushback, you may start the engines in sequence.
Just departed out of Dubai. First Alpaca out. We saw you taking off, AV. We zoomed in on you there. Hope you're doing well, Ruben. Afternoon, lads and lasses. Good day to you. Excellent.
Alpaca 901, contact tower 118.75, good evening.
11875, thanks for the ATC, bye.
So pre-tune frequency. Excellent, and we'll do an isolated pack operational start. So we have to have both packs off for the first engine start. And we'll start the engine now because we want to get conditioned air into the cabin ASAP. There's N2. Oil pressure. And N1. Very good.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta taxi.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta taxi to runway 30 right by Papa 2, November, hold shot November 9.
Papa 2 November and hold short, say again the hold short from Alpaca 5 Kilo.
Hold shot November 9.
Starting it out, monitoring engine number 2 on 2463. 2 is stable.
Hello, ground Alpaca 55 Bravo.
Close the isolation
ready
valve
for
now.
start.
Put the right pack to auto, so engine
Alpaca
bleed
55
from engine number 2 is
Bravo,
providing pressurisation for the right pack to provide cool air to the cabin.
Start approved, face east onto Papa Alpaca
We can still use the
55
APU
Bravo.
bleed air to start engine number 2. There we go. Starting 2. Starting number 1, sorry. Not starting 2, you know what I meant. Starting number 1. There's M2. More pressure. And N1. The sun setting in behind us as well. The 7 Echo November's just taken off.
Operation complete. Please set the parking brake.
Parking brake set. Disconnect my bypass pin.
Disconnecting the tool. Please stand by.
Please stand by. Excellent. Just ping me here. One of the guys who's controlling coordinator. I hope you're enjoying the ATC. Perfect. Just said the ATC's been perfect so far.
Dubai ground, good evening, Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, stand Echo 5, request to set start.
So generators on, APU off, and because it's so hot, we'll already configure the air conditioning panel. And we have to then wait to see the bypass pin. Hope you're doing well, Captain Monster. Says hello. Somehow we started
The
a
tool
flight.
is disconnected and the bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left hand side. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you, sir. Somehow we started a flight on the ground frequency by requesting taxi. Huh?
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, contact Bravo 118.750. Good evening.
Tower on 118.75.
So they've got a couple of tower frequencies going on here at the moment, so to make sure we get the right one. I think we might have one for each area of the airport. Anyway, there is the bypass pin, and all seen, looking good. Completed before taxi flows. Generators are already on, APU's off, start switch is continuous, probe on, anti-ice definitely not required. Air conditioning panel is all set. Flaps to 5. Here comes the flight controls. Full forward, full back, left, centre, right, centre. Here comes the rudders. Full right and full left. Recall, blank the lower DU. And then we would complete the before taxi checklist, which is just here if you're not so sure. There's Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta zooming past. Then is that the 7.5? Or 7.6, I don't know, 7.5 I think that looks it. Excellent. Right, we'll request taxi, join the queue. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, request taxi.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, taxi to runway 30 right, we are Papa 4 November, hold short November 9.
Taxi hold point runway 30 right via Papa 4 November 9. Hold short, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So, we are going to carry on Papa until Papa 4. Oh, first right. So you see, I made that pushback to make that first right. On to November, then November 9. That's the whole point there. So, turn off and taxi light. Release parking brake. Clear left and clear right. Do a quick config check. There we are. All looking good. Full right on the tiller. And we'll take Papa 4.
Alpaca 55 Bravo taxi to runway 30 right via Papa 3 November, hold short November 9.
Excellent, look at us all here, this is wicked. 1 full right Juliet, 47 Alpha Tango, love it every time,
November,
guys.
hold short November 9.
Just brings an airport like
Alpaca
this
55 Bravo.
on the sim to life, you know, makes it just mega. Thanks so much for all you guys taking part. We've got aircraft taxiing out the side of the runway, wicked. There's 47 Alpha Tango. I'll try and point out as many people as possible in the stream as well. I've got my Discord list of everyone taking part. As usual, everyone taking part in the group flight has been entered into the monthly members prize draw, group flight prize draw as well, which we'll do after landing in Kuwait. There we are. So we're now on November, and we're going to go all the way to November 9. We'll complete now the before takeoff checklist. So config we checked, flaps we have 5.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, contact to by Tower 118.75. Good evening.
118.75. Thank you a lot for the thanks a lot for the ATC. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Bicep. Excellent. Over to tower. So how did you get to takeoff briefing?
Alpaca 91 Bravo, stop line for altitude 3,000 feet.
Uh-oh. That's not his fault. That sounds like a conflict. So conflict check
Alpaca
flaps.
91 Bravo, thank you. Contact departures 124.9. Bye-bye.
Just turn him down a bit. So conflict check flaps 55 green lights. Stab trim set for departure. 6 units set. Takeoff briefing. Pax auto. Bleeds are on. The V-speeds are set for departure. 42, 43, 48. Set on the MCP. No V-speeds on the PFD. Departure is going to be the RIDAP 2 Foxtrot. Essentially climbing straight ahead till we get to a waypoint called Delta Bravo 570. Stop altitude's 4,000 feet. NADP 2. Any problems will climb straight ahead over the Persian Gulf. We'll go up to 4,000 feet, same as stop altitude, hold, diagnose the problem.
Alpaca 1337, wind 360 degrees at 7 knots, runway 30 right clear for takeoff.
There's Alpaca 1337.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta behind the departing company 777, line for lane, correction, company 737.
That's John Padfield in the taking off there. And I am AMS is in 5 Kilo Delta. We're keeping really nicely to the order here. Abby, I would join, but I am not ready for Vatson. We'll get you there, Abby. We'll get you there, don't you worry about that. Dubai Tower, very good evening. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, taxi holding point November 9, ready for departure.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, Dubai Tower, hello, welcome to the party. Continue November, hold short November 9.
Hold short November 9, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Excellent.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Perfect. So cabin secure. That switch is on. Checks complete. So November 8 is this high speed. If you're landing on the reciprocal runway, November 9 is then the second hold point. You have November 8 Alpha before then.
Alpaca 1337, contact departures 124.9.
164.9.
It's going to be a beautiful flight and sunset as well. Actually, if you were taking off into this, it'd be horrible. In real life, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. You'd be squinting the whole takeoff roll. Best concentrate. November 9, so there's the first hold point. November 9 is going to be this right here.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, wind 360 degrees at 7 knots, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
30 right, Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta.
And there's November 9er. So if we were all departing from one airport now, there'd be at least twice the amount of aircraft at the whole point, if not more. They're still only using one runway for departure here though, aren't they? Right, anyway, that's us. Parking brake is set. Because one of the things I've been contemplating doing is increasing the time between aircraft off block by another minute. So at the moment we're off block every 2 minutes. And I was thinking of increasing it to 3 minutes, but I think 2 minutes is manageable. Well, certainly last month when we all flew into Denver, I mean, we all pushed back every 2 minutes from 3 different airports, but they did have 3 landing runways in use, so they could easily accommodate all of us.
Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, Dubai Tower, hello, continue November, hold short November 9.
Which way are you pointing? 32 Foxtrot? Don't take off in that direction. Could be Vatson though. Vatson does sometimes throw a bit of a wobble.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, contact departures 124.9, bye-bye.
124.9 departures. Thank you very much, Alpaca 5.
Awesome.
Tot ziens.
Tot ziens. He's Dutch, is he? There he goes.
Hello, Alpaca 55 Bravo, 1 Papa, approaching November 9.
Alpaca 55 Bravo, Dubai Tower, hello. If you can make it behind the company 737, continue taxi November 10 knots, please hold short November 9.
So he's been saying...
I'm at November 8 Alpha already. If you like, I can turn right here.
No, you cannot, David.
So yeah, if you can do that, that would be awesome for me. Alpaca 55 flat with me.
So he was saying, you know,
no
previously he was saying if you've got the
problem.
wingtip clearance, you can go to November 10, but he's actually going to November 8 Alpha now, which is the one next to us. There he goes. That's David. I guess the mystery is about to fix the issue with the gear not showing till 50 feet above the
Alpaca
runway.
17 Bravo Kilo behind the party, company 737, line from way to doing 30 right behind.
Behind the party, company 737, line up and wait, 30 right behind Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So he's rolling. I didn't know there was a gear issue with that client, maybe there is. But anyway, we've been cleared to line up and wait when he's rolling, so confirm, read back to Jim. He'd then confirm we are cleared to line up and wait, but not cleared for takeoff, so that's set. Strobes on, auto throttle, LNAV, weather radar on, transponder TARA. So MCP is set, transponder is set to TARA, strobe lights are on, we're just waiting for our takeoff clearance. Also got an Alpaca in an Embraer there as well. All sorts. I've seen a right variety of different aircraft today. It's been awesome. Berlin flight, one of the first off. It's approaching top of descent already in a few minutes. Oh, I've just turned my printer on. Whoops, my rudder pedals. Anyway, there we are. Look at that. Sun setting in the distance as well. Not bad. 44 minutes into the stream, we're already ready for takeoff at a massive airport with the group flight split determining it's 25 departures at each airport, 25, 30 or so. Excellent. Did I mention it? I don't think I did. Seen it from Aviotech, guys, if you're interested in getting it for Dubai. Can't remember how much it was, I bought it a while ago.
17 Bravo Kilo, wind 360, 7 knots, 30 right, clear for takeoff.
30 right, cleared for takeoff, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. That's us, guys. Let's go for the first ever time to Kuwait. Timing, togas, let's go. So there's 40% stabilised push toga, set takeoff thrust. Light full pressure on the control column. At 93.0. There we are. Takeoff thrust set. Indications normal. Checked. Release full pressure. Thrust hold 84 knots. And you'll see the takeoff roll. I think it's modelled because it does actually so much higher. Takeoff roll is very long.
Behind the company, Alpaca E55B, line of the way to
E1, rotate.
Up we go.
Behind the padding, Alpaca E55P, line up and wait behind. Alpaca 5 Bravo.
Gears coming up. And onto the flight directors. So you can immediately see, look at the ground speed and indicated airspeed difference. Well, probably more to do with the wind, but I was looking at the takeoff roll.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, contact departures 124.9, take care.
Departures 124.9 now, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. I can see quite a difference, and I don't think it was just the wind speed difference causing the difference there. I think it was due to the fact that the air is less dense. Anyway, we've been told to contact departures.
1000.
That's checked. So command A will bug up. And at my operator, we only contact ATC on the next frequency, unless it specifically says to at 2,000 feet, but we wait until we've actually selected flaps up before we contact ATC, so I'm just going to wait for that. Flaps 1. As soon as flaps up's been selected, PM will then contact departures.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, passing 10,000.
And flaps up.
Passing 100, maintain 290.
Departures, good evening, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, rid out to Foxtrot, passing 2,400 for altitude 4,000 feet.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, Dubai departures, good afternoon. Identified climb via the sea, maintain flight level 150.
Maintain a SID, climb flight level 150, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So 150 set, remember.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, turn left direct to Orla.
Route direct to Orlad, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So, we've deleted the restriction, we've been cleared direct to Orlad, as executed, LNAV's available, LNAV's engaged, 150 set standard, passing 47 flight level 150, we can select VNAV as well. Now, remember there's that 220 knot restriction, but when you've been given a direct like that, you're no longer flying to that waypoint, so the restriction doesn't apply. If you're unsure, confirm with ATC, but happy to accelerate to 250 knots, that shortcut. And we'll now complete the after takeoff checklist, so gears off. Water brakes off.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, contact UA radar 120.9 with your speed.
Oops, forgot to serve a taxi light. Oh no, that's fine, that's off now for the gear. So fuel lights APU.
radar on the 10.9.
Sorry, I'm doing the pre-cruise checks there. So gear off, start switches off. Air conditioning and pressurisation. Diff pressure's 2.2, climbing. Turn up the mountain lighting here as well. And we'd start warming this up now because you would begin to start freezing after a while. So that's set. Release the cabin crew, and then our temperatures confirmed. Standard set, passing 67 flight level 150. After takeoff, checklist complete. There we are.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, enable speed 290 knots.
290 knots or greater, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. No problem at all. So we'll go to VNAV.
Negative 290, thank you.
Sorry, 290 exactly, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So it happens to be that our econ climb speed's 292. It's pretty close, but just to comply with that, I deleted the 250 below 100. But if I just simply open the speed window, bug 290, that's fine. The aircraft's still going to behave the same way in climbing. It's going to maintain that speed exactly. So speed restrictions in climb, they're not uncommon. You can get them, especially when it's very busy and an aircraft going in the same direction like we are. But it's more common in the descent. But he's already trying to sequence us, making sure there's sufficient space in between everyone on the way to Kuwait. And there is Alpaca 32 Foxtrot ahead of us. That's Nils. That's Nils ahead of us. What aircraft did he take? I mean, look at that. If we stare in the distance, we've got 32 Foxtrot. If we zoom in, we got 32 Foxtrot, 5 Kilo Delta, 1337, 91 Bravo, 7 Echo November, all in a lovely line. And then hopefully, I don't know the distance between the two groups routing, hopefully you see some people flying past in either direction. That'd be really cool. Oh god, I've not even looked at Dubai's... Guys, we've been missing out on that beautiful coastline of Dubai. There's a 7-star hotel, whose name I forget. No, Burj something or other. Anyway, there's the Palm, and then there's the world. Beautiful. And an oil rig, not sure if that's there in real life, but there it is. Beautiful. Anyway, passing 110150, pre-cruise check, so fuel...
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, report your speed to UA radar 120.9, bye-bye.
120.90 with the speed, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, bicep. Excellent, 120.90.
Alpaca 32 Foxtrot,
so fuel, we have 6 pumps on, 300 in the centre, lights coming off, APU's off, pressurisation 4.0, climbing and set. Leave seatbelt signs on, recall checks complete. We'll check in now. Burj Al Arab, thanks Anthony. Radar good day, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, climbing flight level 150, approaching Orlad 290 knots.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo UAE, hello, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So, 360 set, we can confirm once, twice on the MCP, set in the FMS as well. And we would have already checked it, but we are monitoring 1215, we've already logged into CPDLC as well. There we are. Heading directly to the sun. Kieran wanted me to call it the Burj Khalifa. He has to get your Atlas emojis out again. Unbelievable. Guys, don't forget as well, later on this evening, 8 o'clock, over live on the Fly Native Gaming channel. It's another Alpaca GT Series race. I think there's at least 10 of us taking part, which is pretty cool. In one of the best racetracks ever in the world. So Spa-Francorchamps. Looking forward to that. Practicing a little bit. If I can finish in the top 5, I'm usually very happy. pros we have racing. Beautiful. What a fantastic time to do this group flight as well, with the sun setting. Completely live time, of course. Pop outside, see what's going on. A little bit of music on as well. There we go. Beautiful. You can just see the coastline in the distance. We'll see who's behind us as well, if there's anyone there. There's the Burj Al Arab. Sure, it is definitely called that, I couldn't remember. There's 14 Mike Juliet behind us, 55 Bravo.
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet, the UAE radar, hello, climb flight level
Oh, we can still see everyone in Dubai. That's 14 Mike Juliet just checking in. Dialogue, you are the Alpaca 32 Foxtrot, very cool. Awesome. So far it's been smooth, hasn't it? How smooth has the group flight gone? It was like last month's. Before we started splitting up there, they're getting very crazy where we're all routing from the same airport, A to B. I mean, we've had two really busy group flights, I remember they kind of stick in my head. One was when we were going from Vienna to somewhere.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, roger.
We were all stuck in Vienna for like an hour. I didn't take off until like an hour and a half in the stream. We also departed Milan once, also around an hour late. And there was another one as well. Oh yeah, Parma. Were we all holding in Parma for an hour? I thought we killed off the approach controller or the Spanish center controller that day. Adam, you're heading inbound to Bahrain. You're Alpaca 2-5 Bravo. Very cool.
Alpaca 7 Echo November, contact Bahrain radar 123.1. See you next time. Bye bye.
Up to Bahrain radar 123.1. Thank you for the service. Alpaca 7 Echo November.
Excellent. Look at you all in a line there. Right, master caution fuel. Low pressure centre pumps. They can come off 0 kilos there. Makes sense. Beautiful. Don't jinx it, Captain, says Ruben. Yeah, I'll try not to. Luigi says, hi, Captain. This is Luigi in the cabin. Would you fancy some coffee or tea? Or we could start with the in-flight service. They usually ask Luigi. What we do is we actually release the cabin crew. Well, my operator, push that. And then that releases them to start the service. But you're fine to start the service if you wish to ask, and I'm okay for a drink. Thank you, Luigi. Very cool. 2 tons of love. Alpacas start to cross paths in Bahrain airspace. Very cool. I'm going to actually have a little look at that. That's it.
Radar, hello, Alpaca 55 Bravo at 9,000 climbing for
I can see.
15,000.
Oh, there's already some kind of crossing paths. I'm going to take a
Alpaca
screenshot
55
there.
Bravo, UAE radar, hello, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Alpaca 55 Bravo.
So cool. So I'm just trying to locate where I am.
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet, speed 300 knots.
There's a few other people to the right already, but they're not taking part in the group flight. They're just utilising the ATC. There's a Golf Victor Yankee 2406. I think he's going inbound to Dubai. But yes, who's leading the pack here right at the moment? Alpaca 1 Alpha Victor AV is about to go past Alpaca 343 on the VATSIM map. Super cool. Still a few alpacas ready to line up in Dubai. Mega. Bird shard. Behave yourself. Jamley, you made it to
Alpaca 137.
you made it to flight level 300 in the 146. Yes, we might be overtaken by a few people, Jamley. That's cool. Love that 146. Ben, we'll catch you in a bit, Captain. There's a break in the weather and I need to get my 16.6 mile in on my mountain bike for charity. Oh, good, Ben, that's awesome, of course. Got to do it for 30 days and I'm halfway through 500 miles in a month. That sounds incredibly hard work, Ben, but best of luck with your charity bike right there. God, I need to blow the dust off my bike, that's for sure. I've been on it twice this year, but I did take Jag for a very long walk yesterday. That's about as much as I've done the last couple of days. Not today. But thanks for popping in, Ben. Hope you can join the next group flight. So we were told to maintain 290 knots. Eventually, our Mach number is going to increase as we fly a fixed indicator.
Alpaca 901 Bravo, contact
I just realised that. So exactly like with a real aircraft, we converted to Mach number, which it does there. We were told to maintain 290 knots. I'm just going to confirm with ATC what speed he'd like in the cruise, because at the moment we're maintaining 290 knots in the climb. But yeah, we were maintaining.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo on conversion, maintain Mach decimal 78 or greater.
On conversion decimal 78 or greater, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. He read my mind, so we can change it over. We can bug decimal 78 already. There we go.
Alpaca 6 Alpha, correction, Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo UE, hello, climb flight 360.
Climb flight level 360, Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango UE.
So ETA is at 16:06, just a little over an hour from now.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, hello, climb flight level 260.
Climb 260, Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that perfection? Look at that.
Alpaca 1337, contact Bahrain radar 123.1, bye.
Ha! I just realised something. You can tell they're in an Airbus. Look, because we're out climbing them. Who's that ahead of me? Just like in real life. Look, we're out climbing this person ahead of us. And I should think it's because they're in an Airbus. Look at that. That is superb. Let me zoom in on there. Well, no, maybe you are in a 7.3 by the looks of it. Hard to see when it's moving around there. Maybe very heavy 737. Hello, Marshall. Hello, everyone. My alarm didn't go off. Did I miss much? We're all safely on our way, Marshall. Are you taking part in the group flight? If you are, report to the chief pilot immediately. Actually, chief pilot would be interested. It'll be HR. But I will forgive you because I think it's US based, Marshall. I forget, but it's probably very early where you are. Just taking a screenshot of the you guys on VATScope. I'll put it on social media later. So cool. Sorry, Marshall. Yeah, why did I say US? It's Australia. So yeah, it'll be you're ahead of us, aren't you? So yeah, flipping heck, you'll be very late night or early in the morning. Very early in the morning, won't you? My goodness. Some of you guys, you take part in all the group flights, regardless of your time. I try and shake it up a bit, so we've kind of mid-afternoon is the kind of usual time we do things. We've done a few recently a little bit later, like last group flight was a little bit later in the evening because we're in the US, and that was to kind of allow for more US guys an opportunity to jump in.
Bahrain radar on 123.1. Thank you, Alpaca.
Domino Rossini, your step climb was interesting up to 410. 11 step climbs. Well, that sounds like normal out of London or something like that, but yeah, continuous climb. Should have been able to get that unless it was very busy.
Radar, Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, currently 290 knots. Do you want us to be at a certain Mach number?
That's what I was going to be asking a few minutes ago.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, would you like to climb higher than 260 or is your final cruise?
Climb higher than 260 would be great. Thanks, Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango.
Let me up.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, what's your requested cruise level?
Cruise level 320 if possible.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, no problem. Climb flight level 320.
Flight level 320 for Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, and any specific Mach number or free space?
Very nice.
Alpaca 47
So that lovely
Alpha
author I
Tango,
downloaded in the distance.
Decimal 77 or greater, that's fine. Thanks, Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango.
And the sun will have set by the time we get to
Alpaca 55 Bravo, on convergence.
Kuwait. But remember, we're flying west, you know, towards the setting sun, so the sun's going to set very slowly for us because we're obviously flying towards it. Concorde very famously could fly westbound and then see the setting sun rise as it flew in this direction, so it's going quicker than the rotation of the Earth. But unfortunately not quite so fast in this aircraft. Let's get checked.
Alpaca 63 Lima, you can maintain speed 300 north or greater.
300 not so great, Alpaca 63.
Dialogue YouTube, my flight level is 280. What aircraft are you in? Nice and steady. Sounds like Monster's having a nightmare on the radios. What did he say? Don't know. Out of context over here in the other direction. Well, I guess you're going this way. I can't remember which way you're going, Monster. Anyway, there we are. 36,000 feet. Yes. Someone is a little bit nervous. 3-2 Foxtrot. What aircraft were you in then?
Good evening, UAE radar, Emirates 112. We are currently
Poor Emirates.
Maintain 290 knot, and
Emirates been infested
current altitude is
by
150
alpacas.
with you. Emirates 112 UAE radar.
Oh, Donald, you're a 737. Oh, you're very low then. Nice and low.
Say that again, please, for Emirates 112. Emirates 112, turn left heading 260.
I've got a stapler cam.
Okay, left 260, Emirates 112.
There she goes. Yeah, now have a look at the METAR in Kuwait, because they were showing light dust or blowing light dust earlier, which is very unusual. We don't see that on a METAR very often, not in Europe anyway. I've never flown anywhere that has dust, but it can happen in a few places. Canary Islands can get some dust storms occasionally.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, contact Bahrain radar 123.1, bye bye.
123.1, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, bye.
Thank you, climb maintain
Love our radio tuning panel, I can stay in the external view.
Alpaca 72 Bravo, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, back shelter to Bravo.
Alpaca 1 Alpha Victor, confirm flight level 150 by Kumbo.
David Burrow made us too many alpacas.
Flight level 180, level combo. Flight level 180, level by combo, Alpaca 1 Alpha Victor. You can all expect that if you're going to Kuwait, by the way.
Oh, okay. I missed that. What can we all expect for going into Kuwait? A lot of us. Let's check it anyway.
Alpaca 117, what speed do you want for us? Alpaca 117. Where are you?
We are 20 miles away from EVV, just at flight level 354, Mach decimal 8.
That's got to be Alpaca 117. Can you give me Mach decimal 81 in the cruise?
It's going fast on
Alpaca
Monster.
117. Alpaca 2 Tango Lima, contact UA radar 13215. Good day.
UA radar 13215, Alpaca 2 Tango Lima, goodbye.
Alpaca Mike X-ray 5, descend now, flight level 370.
Mike X-ray 5.
Descend now, flight level 370. Mike
Finn, I didn't know you had Mike X-ray 5 as your call sign. Unbelievable. Radar, good evening. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, maintaining flight level 360, Vedom, Mach decimal 78.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, Bahrain radar, good day, you identified, maintain flight level 360 and Mach decimal 79.
1790 in the cruise, please.
Decimal 79 Wilco, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So you've got two ways of doing this. You can either bug it manually, or you can close the window and update type the speed in the cruise window. There's two ways to do it. So usually if it's a fixed speed, we just update it in the FMS. And then you'll have the option to go back to Econ. Econ is your most economical speed based off your cost index. Obviously this is a bit faster, so it'll burn a little bit more fuel, which is why the Econ options come up.
Alpaca Mike X-ray 5, you can
there we are, look.
Mac number now, please, Mac decimal 78.
There's some aircraft heading to Dubai. Ah, look, Alpaca 343. Amazing. Let me try and look at the Vanson map here, try and point some people out.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, Bar in Red, good day, identified, flight level 330. Flight level 330, Alpaca 1 Echo Delta.
Ah, that's my Vanson map.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha, flight level 350.
Yes, the Alpaca's gone past then, so 343, who's Alpaca 343?
Alpaca 72 Bravo, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Alpaca up to ground.
Many miles.
Alpaca 4 Kilo Tango, climb flight level 330.
Waving to you, Many Miles. Amazing.
Alpaca 4711, when ready, descend
Lars,
flight
the
level
radar
180,
controller's really
level
enjoying
combo.
himself today. Yeah, hello.
Descend flight level 180 when ready.
There's Findlay in his MX-5. Is he in the 7.4? He is, look.
Alpaca 14 Mike Julia, Bahrain radar, good day, you identified, maintain flight level 400.
Oh, it's loads.
Bahrain, good afternoon,
Straight line.
Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel, flight level 270.
There's Alpaca 782.
Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel, Bahrain radar, good day, identified, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel.
That's Domino Mosina.
Alpaca 117, report your back number.
And Alpaca 67.
Our max number 0.81.
Stephen.
Thank you, break, Alpaca 72 Bravo, report your back
Very,
number.
very good.
0.77. Alpaca.
There's our little queue on our way to QA.
Thank you very much. You're in MSFS, aren't you?
No. I'm X-Plane. Active Sky.
It's bound to be one of the other two. The fact that your speed's way off everybody else, but we shall cope.
I've had that before on a stream once where Active Sky wasn't working properly. Obviously, you won't get the accurate winds, so it comes up on their, I think it comes up on their radar scope.
If you want, we can climb flight level 390
Big different speed.
Alpaca 117, that'd be great. Climb maintain flight level 390.
Okay then, flight level 390, thank you, Alpaca 117.
And if you can keep the Mac number, that'd be great.
This guy's,
We'll try my best.
you guys are loving this ATC. Yeah, he's very enthusiastic.
Alpaca 343, flight level 310, level Dexo,
Probably hasn't seen so much
contact
traffic
UA
for a
radar
while.
13215, bye bye.
313 level.
Thing is, they
Dexo,
really,
contact radar.
most recently, the most recent group flights
Let's confirm it's 132.150.
I've organised, they've all wanted the group flight list, so can we have the call signs and can we have the
Alpaca Mike X-ray 5, descend
off
flight
plot
level
times,
320,
and that way
level
they
Dexo.
can they work off it, so I literally sent them a copy 30
level by Dexo,
30 minutes before the stream started. I sent the list
Alpaca
over.
782, when ready, descend
So I
flight
think that
level
helps coordinate
310, level
anyway.
Dexo.
When ready, descend flight level 310 level by Dexo, Alpaca 78.
Alpaca 9 Whiskey Hotel, when ready, descend flight level 180, be level Cumbo.
when ready, descend flight level 180 by Cumbo, Alpaca 9 Whiskey Hotel.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Alpaca 1 Echo Delta.
Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel, climb flight level
Well, listen out
310.
for your call sign, that's for sure.
Climb flight level 310, Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel.
Alpaca 318, thank you.
Aaron Hastings, what is this? A ground speed for ads? It's quite, quoting Zoolander, isn't it? I love that film. I've seen it for years.
Alright, it's Alpaca
Amazing.
117 again. We would like to leave the cockpit for around 2 or 3 minutes.
Alpaca 117, that's approved. Let me know when you're back, please.
Okay.
What's the little boy's room?
And Alpaca 4711, please advise how would you like us to handle the speed restriction during descent?
Sorry, station calling. Say your call sign again.
Alpaca 4711.
Alpaca
Just a
4711,
question.
speed 320 knots or greater in the descent, please.
There we go.
Okay, on conversion.
So it sounds like people who are right. This is the start. It's quite normal. They want them going
Alpaca 1 Alpha Victor, 320
fast
knots
as
or greater
possible.
in the descent, please. Alpha B 20 knots or greater in the descent, Alpaca 106. Thank you.
Anthony, active sky wasn't
Alpaca 9
working.
Whiskey Hotel, plan speed
Excuse 61 of
320 knots in the descent, please.
737 excuses by flight data sim. Brilliant. Do a little bit more of a staple review, and actually I wanted to have a little discussion about flying in dusty conditions, some of the limitations and stuff. I actually want to review some of that. You can fly in dusty conditions or when there's dust forecast or on the Meta or on the ATIS, but if there's sandstorms, if it says SS there is a limitation to flying that. I think off the top of my head the visibility, if it's less than 600 metres, you can't operate.
Alpaca Mike X-ray 5,
You can't
contact
operate
UA
the
radar
aircraft or something.
13215, good
That's
day.
a limitation from Boeing.
13215, thanks to the ATC, Alpaca Mike X-ray 5.
Bahrain, that's good evening. Alpaca 9 Papa Yankee, level at flight level 270, inbound radar.
Alpaca 9 Papa Yankee, Bahrain radar, good day.
It's good
Climb
to
flight level
control
300.
plenty capacity.
Climb flight level 300, Alpaca 9 Papa Yankee.
Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330.
Do like the 737.
Alpaca 747 Alpha Tango.
The NG is very well, the whole shape of it. Just looking at it now, I mean, I've been flying one for 10 years, but just look at it there, it's such a good looking
Alpaca
aircraft.
47 Alpha
Much
Tango,
better
hello to
aircraft.
you. Maintain 320, maintain Mach decimal 80.
Maintain everything as it is, Alpaca 47 Tango, thanks.
Lufthansa 754, you identified,
Poor
maintain flight level
Lufthansa
390.
lost amongst the alpacas.
Maintaining 390, Lufthansa 754.
There's the sun setting, look at that.
Bahrain, hello, Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, inbound 2 Mach flight level 360, Mach decimal 77 or greater.
Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, Bahrain radar, good day, you identified, maintain flight level 360, Mach decimal 79, please.
Maintain 360 and Mach decimal 79, Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo.
Alpaca 67, when ready, descend flight level 310, be level DEXO, speed 320 knots in the descent.
Yeah, where's the flight data sim atlas out, so I'm not sure where that is. I think that's Doha. Yeah, we're a little bit too far south of Bahrain, aren't we?
Alpaca 1 Alpha Victor,
Yeah, that's
contact QA
Qatar to the
control
left.
now on the frequency, which is 121.3. Have a good landing.
121.3, thanks for the amazing ATC man, Alpaca 1 Alpha Victor.
Thanks for flying.
Radar, Alpaca 117 is back in the cockpit.
Alpaca 117, thanks a lot. You're welcome.
I'm just tweeting both VATSIM Kuwait Iraq and United Arab Emirates because they're doing an amazing job.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, you able to fly level 370?
Affirm, Alpaca 1 Echo Delta.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta.
Because they very kindly tweeted about the group flights, and then I had some people mail me, how do I watch the stream? I said, well, it's a members one, sorry, because they're asking for the link here, but I said it'll be available afterwards, of course.
Alpaca 318, when ready, descend flight level 180, be level combat, 320 knots in the descent. Just to confirm, it's 320 knots in the descent, please.
My bad.
Alpaca 782, report the level restriction to UA radar 13215, good day.
Report level to UAE 13215, Alpaca 782, thank you, bye bye.
Get dizzy. Jump back in.
Some control issues. Blocked. Alpaca 55 Bravo, Bahrain control, good day. Maintain flight level 280.
John Banfield, talking to our Hastings, the Tour Games, hope you're doing well. Hello, have fun guys, I'm watching you whilst taking a walk with my dog,
I haven't missed your
fantastic.
work, but
Jack is
I have
something,
some
he's not...
flap problems, so unable
who's that?
to fix that at the moment.
Who's got
Alpaca
flap issues?
55 Bravo.
55 Bravo.
Nobody likes a wife with flap issues. What would you like to do? You happy to continue at the moment? Roger, continue flight level 280 at 0.64 Mach, Alpaca 55 Bravo. Oh, you've got your flaps stuck out. Now it makes sense.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I tried climbing out the window to fix it, but it was too windy.
That's Mike.
One of the people in the smoking area on the wing to fix it.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, legend.
Like a 6 Lima, bar and radar.
Oh dear. Report to Chief Pilot, please. So, poor Mike's got his flaps out.
Alpaca 6 Lima, bar and radar.
I heard that jamming as well. No further comment on that. I think we have potentially a Alpaca 01 for our next flight. It's been a while since we've given an Alpaca 01. Alpaca 01 previous group flights was given to the person who had some sort of issue on the previous sector, be it a flap issue like this or a right mess up on the radio or landed at the wrong airport. That makes you all eligible to get that call sign there. Definitely getting the flaps stuck out is one way of getting yourself
Alpaca 25 Bravo, you back with me?
amazing. List's been hitting 60 FPS over the sea, need to fly more over the water. I know, falls so much better.
When you're ready,
55 here for me, Streamlabs running everything.
20 knots in the descent, please.
Am I ready? 320, exit.
Alpaca 32 Foxtrot, thank you very much for letting me know. Break, Alpaca 303 bar in radar.
John are going to have to watch stream back after I'm running too funny, thanks John. Yeah, I know, it sounds like this controller's had YouTube's changed recently, so when I finish a stream, it's usually now instantly available to watch as soon as the stream's finished. There's no delay. It used to vary the time based off the length of the stream.
Echo Mike, Roger, that is approved. I will be counting.
Just turn this down a little bit.
Thank you.
But now it's available straight away. The chat though usually takes an hour or two to pop up. Sometimes it takes days. Don't know how the system works.
Emirates 112, bar radar, good day, maintain flight level 320, and maintain the magnet.
And what did you say after the maintain 320, sir, for Emirates 112?
Emirates 112, maintain your current mag number.
Okay, maintain my max speed Emirates 112.
Alpaca 4711, contact Kuwait control 121.3, bye-bye.
Anyway, there's our alternate, Bahrain, Oscar Bravo Bravo India.
Thank you very much for the radar.
So we have to divert, we have to go all the way over
You're
here.
welcome, thanks for flying, break. Alpaca 32
Which is why the reserves are so high. Somebody had too many natches of flops, sounds like a poor episode. But if you're in the 737 and you've got a flap issue, or the flaps are extended, max amount is 20,000 feet, can't go above 20,000. So you should technically descend to 20,000 for the sake of realism. Anyway, let's have a little look here at the Meta in Kuwait. Let's see if it's still dusty there.
Echo Mike, Barnado, thank you very much. That was less than 2 minutes, good work.
So, Oscar Kilo, Bravo Kilo.
Right here, I've got 46 in flow 30. Alpaca 46, Barnado, good day, maintain flight level 320. You given the MAC number? Yeah, we're maintaining MAC 0.68. Alpaca 46, thanks, increase MAC decimal 7.
Oh look, it's better now. Winds from the north, 7,000 metres, no significant clouds, QNH is 1,000. But I did see earlier, the Meta was displaying dust, but it was only light dust. Now, we do have limitations when operating in sandy or dusty environments, but they're mostly associated with sandstorms. A little bit of dust isn't going to affect the operation. This will make you laugh. What was that thing? Anthony, you're still here. Can you remember about Haboob winds? Haboob winds? They could be limiting as well. They're severe dust storms as well. But no, I've never had to operate or anything like that, but I was going through my ops manual at the moment. Limitations wise, we can still operate, we can still dispatch if they're forecasting sunstorms. We have to have 2 alternates. And if you're conducting operations at an airport experiencing moderate or heavy dust storms or sandstorms, we can't commence boarding, we cannot use the APU, We cannot start the engines if visibility reduces below 600 metres, so I remember that figure, 600 metres in a dust storm or sandstorm. We can't taxi on a contaminated wind drifting sand as well. But if we're en route like we are now, we can't commence an approach if there's active heavy sandstorms or active heavy dust storms. So if we see plus SS or plus DS, approach is prohibited, or if the reported visibility with a sandstorm or dust storm is below 600 metres, whichever's greater. So if we see plus SS or plus DS or visibility less than 600 metres, approach is prohibited. Otherwise we can land. Otherwise you're going to sandblast the entire aircraft. So there you go, there's a little bit of information there, and that's one of the great reasons why I love streaming and love creating content for you guys, because when would I look this up in my ops manual? Well, whenever I find the chance of operating in sand or dust, which is in Europe very rarely, but as part of the pre-flight planning stage, if we saw that, we can then review it in the ops manual. And this is sort of, yeah, I'm streaming now and flying, so I'm checking what I'd be checking in real life, yes. The METAR did say something about dust storms or sandstorms there, so I'm reviewing it, and then when I see it says plus SS or DS, check the visibility. Is it going to be greater than 600 metres? Should be fine, but if it does say plus SS or plus DS, we can't land anyway there, so it's that restriction.
Oh, okay, the Mac Decimal 8, Alpaca 117.
There we are.
Well, you said 378 up, anything more than Mac Decimal 8, you can have issues. Plus the fact that if you look straight ahead 4,000 feet beneath you, at about half a mile, you'll see there's a plane in front of you.
We've got flying past us now anyway. Alpaca 91 Bravo.
Alpaca 25 Bravo, confirm you're going to be flight level 310, level deck sound.
That's the guys ahead of us. There's the guys flying
Thank you,
past
break,
us.
Alpaca 38 Echo, you on there, we clear flight level 320.
9 Papa Yankee,
level
5
deck
Tango Hotel, and 1 Echo Delta. Now 1 Echo Delta, who is that? I recognise that one.
Alpaca 25 Bravo, report the restriction, please do.
Shorty and 1 Echo Delta. 5 Tango Hotel is Lee, and 9 Papa Yankee is Plainly. There we are.
Alpaca 25 Kilo Bar Radar, good day.
Yeah, this is Alpaca 303 as well. That's Cooper Ball. There we are. That's the next few guys flying past us.
Alpaca 2 my Bahrain radar, good day, you identified, climb flight level 350.
Excellent. So we're progressing anyway. Let's check here. 100 miles top percent. We'll start setting up for our approach shortly.
Alpaca 68mm, stepping away for 2 minutes.
Got a nice little
Approved, let me know when you're back, break, Alpaca 318, it's approved, let me know when
gap
you're back
ahead of
please.
us. Oh, I've reassigned my views accidentally.
Alpaca 38 Echo, start your descent now please.
There we go.
Alpaca 318, no, you're the one who just went, typical.
Marshall, did you hear about the mid-air captain between a Metroliner and Cirrus? I'm pretty sure. Yes, I did see it. I saw the damage to the Metroliner. How they've got that thing on the ground, I have no idea. Now, what happened to the Cirrus?
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha, report your
I
back
guess they
number.
didn't survive that. I've not read the full article. I've seen pictures though, Marshall. That was a nasty one.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha, Lodge.
You can see sort of a Cirrus-shaped hole in the Metroliner. Pretty scary.
Alpaca 71, turn right, heading 180 degrees. Direction that slightly what?
Everyone survived that scene. No way.
Alpaca 71, right,
I
heading
haven't seen a
180
picture of the
degrees.
Cirrus, to be fair.
What, right,
I'll have a look at that later.
Alpaca 3 at Echo, contact UA radar 132150, good day.
UAE radar 1325, Echo.
Alpaca. You're welcome, break, Alpaca 7 Echo November, turn right, heading 360 degrees.
Ah, of course, Marshall. The Cirrus has got a flipping parachute in it, hasn't it? So it all goes to pot. You can just simply pull that. I forgot about that.
Flight level 36. It's climbing to
Ah, I didn't know it was mid-air though. Thought one was on the ground.
Alpaca 10,
I don't know, Greg. I've seen pictures of the Metroliner and I was like, okay, wow.
level 380, Mac decimal 79.
Oh, maybe one was taking off then. We'll see those taxiing or something. I can only speculate because I've not seen it.
Alpaca 105, mate. Alpaca 318, you back with me? Alpaca 318, thanks. Call Kuwait now 121.3. G'day.
We'll put that on standby.
Ciao, ciao.
Let's get
Alpaca 6 Lima back with
some ATC here. So,
6 Lima, thanks.
some
Break,
chance.
Alpaca 72 Bravo.
So we're expecting today a dead to Charlie.
Flight level 310 on level by actual
And then it'll be an ILS approach via the R nav transition. So, expecting 3-2 right. I'm sure you guys will be able to.
Problems are now. What happened to our speed with body we went Mach 1?
Yes.
Captain. That's ridiculous. So,
Alpaca 117, descent flight level 350.
Airport
Also 350,
is,
I have no idea what has happened, sorry about that.
parking stands. So,
Story of an
how did you go
airport. Break,
back
break.
one?
Alpaca 71, turn left now, heading
I
120
think that was
degrees.
possible.
120 degrees, Alpaca.
Minor injuries, pretty sure it pulled his parachute. Cirrus broke behind the cockpit when parachuted down well. It was a mid-air on approach. Wow.
Alpaca 800.
It reminds me of there was the Hawaiian 737 years ago. It was Alpaca Air or something.
Alpaca 72 Bravo, just confirm.
They had a rapid decompression, explosive decompression. Fortunately, some people passed away. But when you look at the damage of that aircraft, it was amazing they got that thing on the ground. If you have a look at that Hawaii Airlines, I think it was Aloha Air. Yeah, it was, I saw the picture. I thought, how on earth they got that on the ground? I have no idea.
Alpaca 117, it appears you've gone from Mach 1 to Mach 0.
What?
You're now doing 300 knots. You were doing 800 knots a minute ago.
Someone is crashing.
Oh my god, what's going on?
Critical emergency.
Unbelievable.
Alpaca 4 Kilo Tango, descend now, flight level 310.
So going in from Debty, we're going to go from Debty to Pedal, and then we're going to go via the Gimby transition if we don't get vectors, and there is Gimby onto the ILS.
Alpaca 4 Kilo Tango.
There's the airport charts, and there's the parking stand charts as well. This
This
is a gateway scenery,
Alpaca 4
so
Kilo Tango, descend now, flight level
yeah,
310.
it's actually not bad. It's the updated gateway scenery there, so it looks pretty good.
Alpaca 7 Echo November, turn left now please, onto a heading of 320 degrees.
But and at night you can't see kind of like the default textures, but I was actually pretty impressed. I think all the taxiways are there. Unfortunately, I don't think all the parking stand numbers are there, but we'll try and pick it out there.
Confirm Alpaca 4 Victor Lima calling.
So those are the charts. I think at 83 miles probably best start briefing. So let's get
Alpaca 4 Victor Lima, maintain flight level 320.79 please.
So you can see we've got loads of fuel on arrival. That's mostly due to the fact that Bahrain, remember, was our alternate, because it's quite far away, so we have that, obviously, that additional fuel needed to get all the way to our
112, can I please request my Mach speed to
alternate. So we've got 250 below,
0.80.
10,000 feet, forecast winds coming in now.
Emirates 112. There's not a lot of point in you speeding up. I've got that many aircraft in front of you, I'm just going to end up vectoring you around everywhere, so I'm trying to keep you all in the
Poor Emirates.
Okay, no problem, we'll stay with the
273 at 42.
No problem.
Thank you kindly.
200, 295 at 22.
Alpaca 7-1, further left heading 115.
10,000 feet, 316 and 22. So you'll notice we have a headwind on approach here. Now, just to show you how good the Zebo mod is and how it sort of calculates the fact, you know, how it takes this into account. If I go here to the map page and you see where the top of descent is, see how it's just right there at the top of the map here.
You identified, mate.
If you have a headwind for descent, what VNAV does, it'll delay your descent because it's obviously trying to work out, right, you want to start your descent here, I want you to maintain a fixed speed with no thrust on, so where am I going to have to calculate to put your top of descent at, and I've got to work out your QNH arrival, your head speeds here. So with this headwind, you'll notice the top of descent should move away from us, because it can delay the descent slightly because the headwind's going to act giving us a little bit slower over the ground. So watch this, when I execute it, you should see the top of descent point move slightly if I execute it. There you go, see how it moved probably 2-3 miles at best? That's allowed for that additional headwind to ensure it descends with idle thrust. Zebo, I don't know how he did it, he managed to get the equation into the Zebo mod, so it actually correctly takes the winds all accurate. So let's have a look here at the QNH in Q8.
Lufthansa 754, contact UA radar 13215, good day.
It is
132.1.1.
1,000. And also, because it's so hot still, it's 41 degrees down there, it's so hot. I'm actually going to put the ice deviation.
Alpaca 1337,
So that would actually be
310.
25 degrees. Up here, it's 0 because of explain 11. So let's put 20 as a rough average.
Alpaca 5 kilo down to 10 right, 360, descend flight level 370.
I'm not sure if that's modelled in the one there, but it being so hot down in Kuwait, the performance will be affected. So let's put 20 degrees, 1,000. Runway 33
Alpaca 7
right.
Echo November, descend now flight level 220.
33 right
Break Alpaca 7 Echo November, descend flight level 220.
Descend 220, Alpaca
10-4, we're at 36,000 feet, so it's 108 miles, approximately for top descent. So that's that done. Set page fixings are in. Let's have a look
Alright,
at the charts.
Alpaca 11, so just to let you know, we just lost some altitude because...
What's going on?
something wrong, so it's just coming plus 350.
Captain Monster, you're going back 1-0, you've got a problem with your PC or
Alpaca
something.
117, roger, I need you to descend now, please, flight level 310, level Dexo.
Causing carnage.
Okay, that will help. Flight level 230.
322 is the courses.
Negative, it's flight level 310, level Dexo.
Sorry, flight level 310, Alpaca 1.
322, 332,
Alpaca
courses,
3 kilo Alpha,
minimums,
descend flight level 330,
405.
reduce your speed now, make decimal 76.
Descending flight level 330, speed decimal 76, Alpaca 3 kilo Alpha.
Alpaca 71, descend now flight
It's
level
going to be dark by
310.
the time you're there, Captain. I think it will be Aaron. And what'll be really interesting is the guys landing at the same time in Dubai. I actually think they'll have a little bit of light left.
Left 110, Alpaca 7.
Oscar Echo Mike, descend now flight level
Bombs
370.
rubbish, the other way around, sorry. We will have light left, they'll be completely dark where they are. I forgot which direction I was flying. Yep, good one.
Alpaca 5 kilo Delta, descend flight level
We'll have a bit of
350.
light. The guys in Dubai will be in pitch darkness.
Descend level 350, Alpaca 5 kilo.
Right, anyway, frequencies, courses, minimums 405 set, elevations 200 feet, we've got 200 set there.
380, maintaining speed.
Then we'll be landing forward shortly. So, yeah, looks like the dust and the smoke or whatever was causing the low visibility earlier has gone in Kuwait. So it is very hot, 7,000 metres.
Alpaca 1 Juliet Mike, was you calling?
And the visibility is probably again a bit of from that dust, but it's not going to cause any issues for us.
Alpaca 1
Reaching
Juliet
then in
Mike,
from
Logic
Deb Team.
130, Mike decimal 77.
Herbsy's going to be arriving
We'll
on the
maintain
Deb Team Charlie.
77 and climb flight level 3 to Alpaca 1 Juliet Mike.
Alpaca 117, you going up or down? All stations requesting 3 minutes out of cockpit. You can be as quick as you can. I don't have time to answer to all of you.
You guys got
Alpaca
big bladders.
117, you going up or down?
Yeah, now we're going down thanks to our beautiful sim, Alpaca 117. I'm trying my best.
What's going on?
Alpaca 117, if your sim isn't working, take the autopilot out, fly yourself. Pilot circles.
That's exactly
I'm
right, though.
doing it, it still doesn't work. Maybe we'll disconnect Alpaca 117.
Monster, that controller is
Alpaca
100%
Alpha, right,
correct.
heading 180
It's a really good
please.
point that we learned during the type rating, where you can never use the excuse, well, the autopilot did this. You're a qualified type rated pilot. If the autopilot's not doing what you want to do it, you take over control and you fly.
Alpaca 3 kilo Alpha.
Oh dear, yeah.
Alpaca 117, contact UA radar 13215.
Right, Debty, we're
good
routing
day.
via Debty, 3,000 feet or above. We're then going to go direct to Pedal. Now, this restriction here
Alpaca 117, contact
leaves
UA
you
radar
very low.
13215,
Look,
good
Pedal,
day.
hard altitude, 3,000 feet. So 3,000 feet is set.
Oscar Echo Mike, descend flight level 310, level
If Alpaca's
Dexo.
117's there, someone's calling you, by the way.
310 by
Or
Dexo.
177. Anyway, Pedal 3,000 keeps you very low.
Alpaca 13370, descend flight level 180,
And then it goes to
level
Gimli.
Combo.
So some airports have these low restrictions. It makes it a lot easier with regards to descent planning, at least, because you'll be 3,000 level for about
Alpaca
another
7 Echo November, fly direct Combo, descend
couple of
flight
minutes.
level 180 now.
From Pedal, we're going to go to Gimli, and then Gimbi's on the extended descent time for 30 right now. It could be 30 left here. I'll have to see how it goes. With regards to ATC, we can easily change runways if they need us to land on the other. Quite cool if they're using parallel runways as well.
Alpaca 1337, are you descending?
Anyway, that's set.
Alpaca 1337.
Checking the ILS then, we've got
Thank you,
105.
180 level Combo, please.
So once, twice, checking the FMS as well.
Alpaca 91 Bravo, descend flight level 180
Three times,
level Combo.
one of course is 332, set once,
break Alpaca 915, descend level
twice.
10
We can also
level
check in the FMS as well, 3 times.
Thank
So
you, Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, descend now.
it's going to get vectors or via Ghibli transition, level at 3000 at pedal, and then we go to the centre fix to be level at 2000 at 5.5 dB, which is CI33 right. Oh, correction, no, it's FI33 right is 1983, so that's that point. That's the final approach fix. This 2000 feet is a mandatory height restriction, so we're going to put 2000 or above.
Oscar Echo 9, contact you radar 13215.
3 degree ILS, checks to the FMS, 3 degrees, down to the minimums 405.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta,
If I have to go around, I'll push total once, we'll go around flight 15, set go around for us. Pause ready, I'll go at 400 feet, LNAV, and we'll climb straight ahead till we get 4 DME from Kilo Uniform Alpha. That's 15.5.
level Dexo, Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel. Alpaca 9 Papa Yankee, when ready, descend for level 310,
my
be
clip
level
spots have been
Dexo.
reset.
Descend when ready, flight level 310, level Dexo, Alpaca 9 Papa Yankee.
There we are. Just reset that. Let's put
Who's that calling?
15.5 on standby.
Got about 741, I can't give you 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
I can give you 5 at most. Just too much traffic around me.
So climb straight ahead, 4 miles, Kilo Uniform Alpha, then turn right to the VOR, climb to 3000 as directed. So 4 who's getting walloped? Uh-oh. Behave yourself, some of you guys. I don't know why, but I think it was the guy that wanted a long break, maybe it's not one of us. Climb straight ahead, 4 miles, Kilo Uniform Alpha, right to the VOR, climb to 3000 as directed. So that is coded in the FMS. We have Delta points.
Kilo Delta, sorry for this, I'm going to have to spin you around to sit you in a sequence, turn right now until heading at 180 degrees.
Yeah, there we go. So we can use the coded FMS, use LNAV, climb straight ahead, right turn, then inbound to the VOR. Unless ATIS or something else. There we are, 2,400 feet for the MSA. Let's have a look at the landing then. Whopping great big runway here, 3.5 kilometres. That's perfect for us. Echo 4 is the first high speed. We might, I mean, if we wanted to, you could make it Echo 3, you'd have to brake reasonably hard. But Echo 4 is about, yeah, over 2/3 of the way down there. So I reckon we ought to brake 2, maybe we ought to brake 1 will be enough. So let's have a look at the landing performance. 3-3 right, dry. Surface wind 360 at 14. Temperature is 41 degrees. QNH is 1000.
Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, fly direct to Cockpit.
Plenty of gas then, 5.3. Our alternate bar range 3.3, so we've got to about 2 tons until we need to divert. 600 kilos to burn. Look at that landing weight, 64 tons. It's only a ton less than our max landing weight. Let's try flat 30.
There is 2 aircraft in front of me. Why do I not see anyone on my TCAS?
What?
If you told me a call sign, I might be able to answer your question.
Sorry, sir, Emirates 112.
Emirates having a nightmare.
Emirates 112, depends if you're looking in the right place. You've got 1 traffic, 2 miles ahead, 4,000
The issue is you need to be able to know how to turn the traffic on. Emirates, right, 152 and anyway 64 tons.
No problem, thank you very much. Emirates 112.
There you are. I reckon flat 30 with a brake 2 is more than sufficient. Maybe I'll take it out there.
Got about 741. If you want to disconnect, that's fine. I can't stop you disconnecting. You can reconnect in 10 minutes. We'll see how much of a mess that makes. That's fine.
I don't think it's one of us guys. I don't think it was one of our guys. Oh, dear.
Angry ATC, yep.
Ah, come on. I don't think that was one of us guys. I think that was the Emirates guy. I know that's not one of my guys. Right, anyway, flat 30 on a brake 2.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta,
I'm all ready to
right
go.
now, direct to Combo.
Am I still meant to be with this controller approaching top of the set here? Not sure. This guy's been great. I've managed to.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, descend flight level 180, level Combo.
Descend flight level 180, level by Combo, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. There we are. That's my question.
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet.
It's like they can mind read these
Descend now,
ATC
level
controllers.
330.
Every time I've queried with you guys in chat, I reckon ATC should be calling us now, or I'll ask this of
Alpaca
ATC.
47 Alpha Tango, descend now,
They've
level
actually
180.
been on the ball there.
180, Alpha 547 Alpha Tango.
Alpaca 7 Echo November.
There we are, so 180 below, and the aircraft is already wanting to send. Look, it's above the profile there, so be careful with that. It should go to outhold, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's going to dive there, so we're going to go level change, just maintain 7.8.
November, contact Q8, 121.3, good day.
Contact us 125.3, Alpaca 7 Echo November.
21-3.
121.3, Q8.
AV and MOGEV ticked off, fantastic. Hope you had a great flight, sir. You were the first running off
Alpaca 1
ahead.
Echo Delta, contact Q8, 13215, bye bye.
13215, Alpaca 1, good job, bye.
Alpaca 5 Tango Hotel, contact Q8 radar, 13215,
Petrich,
good
the
day.
runway's there so long you can probably stop water break 0 and idle reverse. You probably could, Petrich. My operator has a SOP where we need to at least select order break 1. Some airlines, and Cookie's mentioned it once, they don't need to use order break, but we always use at least 1. And then if you don't need it, you can just disengage it.
Alpaca 901 Bravo, reduce speed to 50 knots.
Reduce speed to 250 knots, Alpaca 901 Bravo.
Right, that's enough music for today.
Alpaca 303, when ready, descend flight level 310, be level deck, so. United 1549, when ready, descend flight level 310,
Two-tons are always well
be level deck,
behaved.
so.
Yeah, he threatened to wallop someone. I don't know if it was one of us guys. I think it was.
That's correct, sir, you
someone
can
else.
descend when ready.
There we go.
Alpaca 5 kilos Delta, descend flight level 180,
So I haven't actually
level.
been given a speed
Combo.
to maintain on descent, so when we get back onto profile I'll re-engage VNAV. Remember VNAV is working to get me at 180 below combo, and that's going to leave us a little bit low, but that's pretty common for certain
Alpaca 1
restrictions.
Juliet Mike, reduce your speed
Sounds
back
like
down
that's
to
a
75.
restriction, you know, it's not coded.
Reduce speed to decimal 75, Alpaca 1
It's
Kilo.
before our arrival here, it's just to perhaps help to ATC coordinate.
Alpaca 25 Kilo was having technical difficulties during the last 10 minutes, I could hear you.
Alpaca...
I was having a nightmare today.
25 Kilo.
There's
Alpaca
VNAV.
25 kilo, you didn't miss a lot, I was just shouting at people.
This guy's cracking.
That's where you can act. That's what my wife tells me. Break Alpaca 91 Bravo, contact Q8 control 121.3, good day.
121.
Anyway, back on VNAV, back on profile.
You're welcome, bye bye. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, contact Q8 control 121.3, good day.
121.3, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Cheerio.
Alpaca 5.
Flight level 1 and 0.
Here comes Q8 radar. Anyway,
Alpaca 91 Bravo, Q8 Hello identified. Turn right heading 3010.
Right heading 010, Alpaca 901 Bravo.
Q8 radar. Very good evening, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Descending flight level 180 to be level by combo.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, Q8 Hello identified. Deputy to Charlie, runway 33 right.
It's Deputy 2 Charlie for 33 right, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Any speed?
Yeah, your speed will be 300 knots and stop descent flight level 190.
Stop descent flight level 190 and 290 knots, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So 190, out hold. The reason we select out hold, and actually see how it started climbing, it's a little bit slower than that in the real aircraft.
Alpaca 133.
The reason we do that is as soon as we hear stop descent, we immediately push out hold, and that will stop the aircraft descending and climbing. Helps prevent level burst. And then, yes, if you leave it, it will slowly climb or descend back to the altitude at which you pushed out hold, but it's an immediate way of preventing outbursts. But anyway, 290 knots, wind level change as requested by ATC, and we can update the FMS, say look, 290 knots, that's the speed we want to do, and it should build us a new path. There we go, that will do us nicely. VNAV, and that path should keep us at 290 knots during the descent. We'll keep the 180 restriction in, but obviously if we can't get below 190 to ATC, we can't make that restriction. Petrich, I cooked the brakes in the A300 and auto brake low. The thing is rather trigger happy. I think it needs some fine tuning though, Petrich. I found that every time I flew the A300 I always overheat the brakes after landing, even when light and auto brake low and full reverse thrust. Anyway, here we go around here. We've got 91 Bravo, and I think they're probably going in the opposite direction still. One of the last leaving on the group flights.
Alpaca 91 Bravo, turn left heading 310.
Left heading 310.
That's Javier's. And it sounds like, you see how he was giving a head in? That was probably for separation from us, just to ensure that there was enough spacing between the two. Very cool.
Alpaca 901 Bravo, maintain speed 300.
Maintain 300 knots, Alpaca 901 Bravo.
Excellent. Look at the mod. Just update its target speed. Pretty much nails
Alpaca
it.
17 Bravo Kilo, descent to
Hand
flight level
speed's kind
150,
of
expedite
drifting off
until
there
passing
slightly.
flight level
Real aircraft can suffer from that as well. It's so accurate. And if you're told to exactly maintain a speed and you see it's dropping off, look, you just add a little bit of thrust.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo.
Sorry, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, say again.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, descent to flight level 150, expedite until passing 170.
Descend flight level 150, expedite until passing 170. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So we're going to go level change, 150 sets. He wants us to maintain 290 knots, so the best I could do to expedite him is to use speed brake.
Alpaca 901 Bravo, 10 left,
I'll get rid of that restriction because we're going to be definitely below it. And then as soon as we passed 170, we can just stow the speed brake and keep it in level change. We're obviously going to get very low profile here. Speed brake 290 knots, 4,500 feet per minute is quite normal. Just helping ATC out.
Alpaca 1337, that's correct.
Kuwait approach, Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, 13,000 combo, descending flight level 180.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, Kuwait, hello, identified. Stand by, I'll get your tags and target.
There's 170, so we'll retract speed brake. Then we'll just leave it as it is.
Alpaca 901 Bravo, descend to altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 1000.
Descent altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 1000.
Excellent.
Alpaca 7 Echo November, descend to 5,000 feet.
5,000 feet, Alpaca 7 Echo November.
Alpaca 1337, descend to 3,000 feet.
FPS is amazing. Great performance right now.
Alpaca 1337, descend 3,000 feet.
There's vertical speed, so we'll just go 1,000 feet per minute.
1,000 to go.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, hello, identified. Deputy to Charlie, runway 33 right.
Deputy to Charlie, 33 right, Alpaca 5.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, descend flight level 150.
Level 150.
It's 901 Bravo. Oh, sorry, I thought Javier was going in the direction.
Alpaca 7 Echo November, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250, Alpaca 7 Echo November.
Bad in flight,
Alpaca
Alpaca.
901 Bravo, just report your current rate.
Bad in flight, Alpaca 4711 on blocks at Kuwait. Very good. Very good.
Alpaca 901 Bravo, 1,500 feet per minute.
I don't think anyone's had any issues with holding or delays today. Again.
My apologies, that's 1,500 feet or greater.
There we are, 150. That's as low as we can go. That's fine for us. We're below profile anyway.
Alpaca 17 Kilo, 1,000 rate, 1,500 feet per minute or less. Descend to altitude 9,000 feet, QNH 1000.
Descend 9,000 feet, QNH 1000, and rate of descent 1,500 feet per minute or less, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So, that's 9,000 feet set QNH 1000. We'll select vertical speed, we'll just go down 1,000 feet a minute initially. Remember, 1,500 feet per minute or less for separation with, I think it was Alpaca 91 Bravo. So QNH set 1,000, passing 14,500 for 9,000 feet. The standby altimeter is set 1,000. Many miles.
Alpaca 7 Echo November, speed 2.
Alpaca 343 on blocks at Dubai. Fantastic.
Alpaca 7 Echo November.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, rate 1,500 feet per minute or less. Descend to altitude 10,000 feet, QNH 1000.
Great flight entertaining controller, yeah, that guy was great. He was managing it nicely, and along with the banter as well, it was great. And as always, if you could ever...
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet.
What I always appreciate is if you send the feedback to the guys as well, because they always want that as well. So, VATSIM Emirates, or Emirates VACC I think it's called, and Kuwait is covered by guys, if you want to look that up.
Deputy to Charlie, runway 33 right.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head now. Here. VATSIM Kuwait and Iraq. So basically, VATSIM Kuwait and Iraq cover Kuwait and Iraq, as you can guess. But Emirates VACC and VATSIM Kuwait and Iraq. Provide the feedback. Let them know what you think of the service they provide. They appreciate the feedback there. So I'm going to start going.
47 Alpha Tango.
Start going to go down at 1500 because we're approaching our profile, and that is the maximum rate of descent we can set at the moment.
0.68.
And that'll be your forward speed in knots.
All forward speed now speed to 3.
Implemented speed 310 knots.
310.
Hey, sir.
310 from Alpaca. Thanks.
Alpaca 23 on the fixed quality tax.
Can't remember what you said there.
Alpaca 1337, speed now 220 knots, and you're clear for the ILS approach, runway 335.
Will, you survived the MOGEV. Excellent. We've got the race later though. Anthony, I've been in the hold so long that Mike was actually fixed his flaps. Poor Mike, Alpaca 01 next.
220 knots. Alpaca 7 Echo November, speed 210 knots.
Petrich, I think Crossfire format is quite nice to the controllers, gives them both sides of the herd rather than endless stream of departures and arrivals. Agreed, Petrich. I think Crossfire will be the main format we use moving forward.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, cancel, rate of descent, and so now 3000 feet.
Descend 3000 feet and own rate of descent, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Yes, I fully called me. So
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta,
3000 feet set, 3 rates, and what I'm
to
going to do is select VNAV. The aircraft's going to start slowing for 250 knots as we approach 10,000 feet.
330.
VNAV will help manage the 3,000 feet restriction.
Kuwait approach, take Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, descending flight level 180, level
There is the beautiful coastline.
Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, hello, identified. It's the deputy to Charlie, runway 335.
I stare ahead with my own see the airfield. There's 3-2 Foxtrot on the final. 7 Echo November 1337 ahead as well. Now, what do you want? Hello, buddy. 2 tons, you had a masterclass session with Tobias last night for Assetto Corsa. Had a good setup now. Driver is still rather sus. Same as me, 2 tons, but no, if you want to learn anything, watching Tobias is a good start. That's for sure.
Alpaca 1337, speed 180 knots.
Good boy.
Alpaca 7 Echo November, speed 170 knots.
Okay. Go, Mummy, go get Mummy.
And Alpaca 1337,
Yes,
just about break. Alpaca 7 Echo November, clear for the ILS approach, runway 335.
It's really funny because Jack comes in on the streams around the same time every time, around the hour and a half, 2 hour mark. Oh, he's gone to go
Alpaca
for
14 Mike Juliet, descend to 1000
Oh,
feet.
right, I was too busy stroking my dog. Post-cruise checks then, 9,500 for 3,000. So, fuel, we have 4 pumps, loads of gas.
5 Kilo Delta, descend
5 tons, lights coming on.
You have it all.
Logo can come on now as well, APU's on. Sorry, angular bank is set to 25 degrees. Pressurization 3.0 set. Temperature's all good. Still 40 degrees down there, so we'll keep it nice and cool in the cabin.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, descend
Recall
5,
checks
compatible
complete.
150.
Javier's had to disconnect my ILS frequency selector displays in the 146 stayed blank. Have you turned it on, Javier's? Because I had that issue testing it. Couldn't work out how to turn it off. Have you pushed the on button in the middle of the knob? It says on.
Heading 330,
It could be a bug though, of course, but I had that issue. Javier's like, why is it not working? And in the middle of the button there's an on button to turn the display on. So remember, CDA impossible because we've got this pedal restriction to be level at 3,000. That leaves you very low very early, and then you just intercept the ILS from that point. Habits, I think I did at least. I tried the rotating switch, and you push the button in the middle, the on button, just because I did the same thing, Javier's. I couldn't work out how to turn it on for ages. Paul, hope you're doing well as well. Saw you there earlier, chat. Dog's still wet from the walking rain before the stream started. Yes, it's been raining quite a bit here in the UK. And Jack hasn't had his walk yet. I'm going to go after this. Have a little snooze and then prepare for the Alpaca GT Series race later on at 8 PM.
Just 3,000 feet and clear to the ILS and
2 tons, you're just like me, time to reconfigure my monitor's racing. I have to do the same. I put my monitor right on the end of my desk because of the racing seat. It works quite nicely. The stream's all set up, ready to go, so if you go to the Flight Sim Gaming channel, you should see it there. Excellent. Coming up to pedal, there is a decel point ahead. I think that's just a slow down for the approach, so we'll confirm with ATIS if they wanted to give us any speed. 10 miles ahead, so there's plenty of spacing between us and the traffic ahead.
Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, request further descent.
And there's 1-4 Mike Juliet behind us.
Alpha Bravo, descent flight of 150.
Beautiful.
Descent flight level 150, Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, speed 220.
220 knots, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. It's going to level change for
Alpaca
this.
5 Kilo Delta, left heading 270.
220, and we'll tell VNAV that 220 knots is only
Left 270,
speed.
250 knots, Alpaca 5
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet, turn right. So again, turn right, heading 340. Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, right heading 330.
Right heading 330, Alpaca 47.
So remember, really low, look, you see Kuwait's just coming to view. But that is as part of this approach, as I was just saying, they put you at 3,000 feet to pedal, and then you level at 3,000 feet for about 7-8 miles before you intercept the ILS.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, clear out as crucial runway 33 right, report established, speed 180 knots.
Sorry, I think it blocked again, but speed 180 knots confirms that cleared approach ILS 33 right.
Affirm and descend 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. So we've been cleared to intercept the ILS from 3,000 feet, so and slow down to 180 knots. Very early to slow down. I'm kind of hesitant, really.
Good evening, Alpaca 6.
But the aircraft ahead have probably got the same restrictions, so we'll go vertical speed, select flap 1, and I'm going to put the banana at pedal restriction there.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, left
This is where flap 2 comes in really useful, because it allows you to bug 180 knots whilst not having to configure fully to
and speed 180 knots.
flap 5. So there's flap 1. Let's select flap 2. Look at that, flap 2
Alpaca 14
close to our
Mike
max landing weight is
Juliet,
180 knots.
5,000 feet and speed 250 knots.
So flap 2, we've been cleared approach. That's very slow, very early. It's quite unusual to get 180 knots at, well, how many miles out are we? Over 20. 22 miles. Look.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, descend 7,000 feet.
Descend 7,000, 47.
Yeah, that's the best we can do.
Speed 250, Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango.
That's speed 250 for Alpaca 47 Alpaca.
Right, there's the ident. So we've got frequencies 110.5.
Correct approach, good evening, Emirates 112. We
Fix
currently been giving the instruction to direct
Fix 33 right for 10 and 4 miles. Standby instruments set. Ident to IKID. We have IKID for the ident. Courses
Alpaca
are
7 Echo
322.
November,
Approach
speed
checklist. Altitude
160
instruments are set.
Tower
Cross
118
checked. Approach is checked and set. Alarm
Uh,
vol lock as well.
Speed 160 or greater until
1,000 to go.
OMDB and
Checked.
Tower 118.3, Alpaca 7 Echo November.
Alpaca 36 Alpha Bravo, request lower.
There we are, so 80's going to be happy with us. We've made the 3,000 feet restriction to be level at pedal. We're maintaining 180 knots by the time we get there at flap 2. Could be any more efficient than this, and we'll then maintain 3,000 feet until we're established onto the glide slope, which is going to be at around 12-13 miles, 2,500 around
Alpaca
11.
47 Alpha Tango, speed 240.
Localize arrived, localize is captured, so runway heading 332.
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet, left heading
Set.
240, speed 220 knots. Heading is 240, speed 220 knots.
Beautiful.
Alpaca 6 Lima Lima, descend 10,000 feet, QNH 1000.
Say again, the altitude Alpaca 6 Lima.
Correction, 10,000 feet and QNH 1000, speed 300 knots.
10,000 feet and the speed again, sorry, Alpaca 6 Lima.
Speed's just dropped off a little bit, the autothrottle is recovering it.
300 knots, Alpaca 6
The real aircraft, the autothrottle is a lot more
Kuwait, hello,
responsive to getting in a low speed situation, so we have to thrust quite promptly if you're approaching it. It wouldn't usually let it drop a few knots like that.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, right heading 360, descend 3,000 feet.
360, descend 3,000.
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet.
We'll let we're established once we get a chance.
Correct approach, Emirates 112 with you on flight level 180. Currently inbound for TSAC. The current speed is 280.
Well, to maintain speed 280 knots and Emirates 112 identified descent flight of 150.
Okay, going to 150 MS112.
Kuwait, hello, we'll Alpaca 55 Bravo
Check in when we
at
can.
flight level 180, speed 250.
Javier, I hope I didn't block too many planes with that slow bird
Alpaca
in the
5 Kilo
146, wasn't
Delta,
it?
turn left heading 290.
Many miles, chat's quiet, so quiet, all the members are busy flying. Yeah, I mean, it's usually quiet for the members, it's only, what, 50, 60 of you here, but yeah, still people
Was
flying.
that for Alpaca 55 Bravo? Connector, be careful for the call sign, everyone. Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, turn left heading 290.
It's quite right.
Left 290 again, Alpaca 5.
Alpaca 47 Alpha Tango, left heading 230.
Left heading 230, 47 Alpaca.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, left heading 300, cleared out as approach runway 33 flight.
Trying to check in, or, well, not check in, but trying to tell him when
00,
the clouds are established.
clear line left 47.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, 180 knots until 8, 160 until 4, tower 18.3, bye-bye.
180 knots till 8, 160 knots till 4, tower 1183, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, bye. So it was 180 till 8,
Alpaca 14 Mike Juliet,
160 till
heading
4.
300.
Right, and we've been cleared approach, so alarm approach. There we are, tower's active. And we'll just wait for glide slope capture, and we'll go flat 5, just maintaining 180 knots as instructed by ATC. And the missed approach altitude, as glide slope's captured there, is 3,000 feet, and verified 3,000 feet is set. And here comes 8 miles. I'll bug the flat 5 speed, once it's at least 160 till 4, and that should work out quite nicely. Excellent. Now, is it Kuwait Tower? It is Kuwait Tower, perfect. Kuwait Tower, very good evening. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, established ILS 33 right, approaching 7 miles.
Alpaca 71, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, Kuwait Tower, good evening, continue approach, future rate number 2.
Continue approach, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. All calm on this group flight, no holding, no delays. We need to wrap it up. And it's a busy one. I think we're 55 of us, or 56. It's just no stress for ATC now. Amazing. And Ruben, right on time for the approach. After I cleaned up the mess my cat made, she dropped a bucket of paint. Ruben, that's a nightmare. Beautiful. That's looking good. 7 Echo November, loads of spacing between us. He's just over the threshold here, but yeah, they could probably, well, not quite fit an aircraft in between, but they could probably halve the distance between us two.
Kuwait
Still
Tower,
an
Alpaca
amazing
5
job
Kilo
by them.
Delta,
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta.
Right, goes 4 miles then, so get down.
Runway
Flat
33
15.
number 2.
Match speed, landing checklist.
Number 2, continue approach, Alpaca 5
Star switches continuous, recall check, speed
Alpaca
brake.
7 Echo November.
Our green lights,
turn
landing
right
gear
on
down, 3
Tango
green
1,
order brake
ground
is set to
1217,
jump. And we'll now select flat 30, below 175 knots.
Turn right onto Echo and ground 121.7, Alpaca 7 Echo November.
Right, agree. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, wind 36 degrees, 14 knots, street 2 right, clear to land.
3 right, clear to land, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Landing lights on, so keep landing. Check this flaps, 30 green lights, lights are on, checks complete. We are cleared to land here in Kuwait for the first time. Keep that chart open, ready for taxiing as well. And ground is ready to go. Right, let's do it. Disconnect autopilot, disconnecting auto throttle. Quite heavy today, so thrust. You see 40 degrees as well, and look how much. I think that's why we got so much more thrust. Usually I'd have around 57-58%, but we're having to keep it around 65. And I should think that's to do with the fact it's 43 degrees outside. Amazing how air density can affect aircraft performance.
400.
So fully stabilised, a little bit high there, so I'm just going to make a slight correction there.
300.
There we are, back on profile, on glide slope,
100.
on the pappies. A
200.
bit left of centre, right of centre line.
Minimums.
Continue.
100.
Those small corrections.
50. 40. 30.
Check,
20,
close, hold the attitude. Ooh, a little bit of a float there. Come on. Nice, right, speed brakes up. Reverses, slow lower the nose. Go second D10 reverse. Yeah, that first exit was a little bit ambitious. 73%, 100 knots, disengage the brakes. Don't need auto brake 2 and a stop early otherwise.
80 knots.
80 knots. I'm utilising reverse thrust as much as possible, all the way down to 60 knots for brake cooling. And there's 60 knots. Let's go to idle. Braking manually to make the next high speed at Echo 4. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kuwait. Lovely. Flaps coming up. And the radar off. And the lights off as well. Excellent. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo vacated Echo 4.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, thank you. Continue on Echo 1 and contact ground 121.7. Bye bye.
Echo 1 ground on 121.7. Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, bye. Excellent, excellent, excellent. See where they take us now then. It could be anywhere. Where's my piece of paper? That's exactly what I'll be doing in real life. Writing down my taxi instructions. Well, as an FO, I did concentrate on the taxi as the skipper. Kuwait ground, hello, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo is vacated 33 right, Echo 4 on Echo 1.
Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo, good evening, welcome to Kuwait. Taxi via Echo 1, Echo 8, Whiskey 13, Whiskey 11, Whiskey 16 to stand 26.
Taxi Echo 1 Echo 8, Whiskey 13, Whiskey 11, Whiskey 16, stand 26, Alpaca 17 Bravo Kilo. Perfect, so Echo 1, Echo 8's the next left. Thanks, Zebo. Whiskey 11, Whiskey 16, and stand 26 is going to be nestled in here somewhere. There it is, stand 26. I can probably use this one all the way in there. Superb. So there's Echo 8. And we'll do the rest of the cleanup. Don't forget we can do our little giveaway next as well, guys, so don't go anywhere. Have a chance to win the top prize of our choice of 3, be it the X-Plane $50 gift store card, or an add-on up to the value of $50, £50 of your choice, or an Amazon gift store card, anything you so wish to have. It will be you one, to be down to one of you lucky winners there. Right, so, it's so dark here, let's get the... Usually do turn the dome lights on, it's much easier to see here otherwise. So that's it, trim reader reset to 4 units. Auto brake 2 off. Flight directors can come off. MCP 3000 plus 100. Go to 100 knots. Strobes to steady. And probes off as well. And start switches off. The AP fired up. Oops, can't see where I'm going. These are actually, it's not bad, this scenery. This is the gateway series, so you get all the taxiway markets, which is pretty cool. So our instructions were Whiskey 13, which we're on now, and then Whiskey 11. So next right, we're going to take in Whiskey 11, then straight into the gateway Whiskey 16.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta, good evening, welcome to Kuwait. Taxi to
There's Whiskey 11.
Via Echo 1, Echo 8.
So we usually shut an engine down 3 minutes after landing, but because we're so heavy, over 63 tons, we wouldn't actually do it in this case here, because if you end up stationary, you need a lot more thrust to get the aircraft moving. In single engine, you might not have sufficient thrust. If it's even slightly uphill, you're in trouble, so we use both engines at the higher gross weights.
5 Kilo Delta negative, Echo 8, Whiskey 13, Whiskey 11, Whiskey 16.
Roger, Echo 18, Whiskey 13.
AP is available.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Delta.
It's actually not bad, this gateway scenery. At all. There's Whiskey 16, and then stand 26 is pretty much the first right here. I think we'll just follow this green dash line all the way in. There we go, that's going to be stand 26 for us. Beautiful, not bad at all. This, you know, stock airports are fine. You know, pay airports, of course, if you fly there frequently, absolutely. if you have the airport available, you're so well catered for an explainer level. Excellent, right. On stand we go. We can now shut down one of the engines, pulling into stand. We've got no guidance though, as it is a stock airport.
Cafe 2309 Heavy, we're having some flight control issues. Can we stay here for 10 minutes at most?
Cafe's having a nightmare.
Cabin
Cafe and
2309
Emirates
Heavy,
falling
no
apart
worries.
with all the
So,
alpacas
please
flying
let me know when you're ready to taxi.
successfully and safely all
Copy, will
around
do,
us.
Cafe
No issues
2309.
whatsoever. Excellent, right, that's that volume sorted. Yeah, there we are, 2 blues, 1 red, we should have engine 1. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kuwait. There we are. Look at that. Ah, look, there's 7 Echo November in the 146. Probably the flight time took an extra 10 or 15 minutes in that beast. Beautiful. John, that was my first group flight. I have to say, awesome it was. Thanks to everyone for your help and thanks for flying it. 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. I only a small part of the whole thing. It's you guys taking part which makes it all happen. It would be a group flight, would it? Otherwise. But it's my pleasure to organise it all in the background. Domino Mosina Stock Explain 11 Airport v Stock MSFS Airport. We actually did a flight to Copenhagen in the Microsoft Flight Simulator Stock Airport for Copenhagen. It wasn't too bad, but this is obviously an updated one on the gateway. And I don't know how accessible stock airports are for people in Microsoft Flight Simulator to update. Excellent. Adam, just landed in Dubai. Great event, I think he was trying to say there. Thank you very much. Alpaca 1 Echo Delta went around. Uh-oh. Always try and see one landing, don't we, though? Who's coming in here? Alpaca 7 Alpha Tango, no pressure. Look at the queue there, beautiful. Who is 47 Alpha Tango, sorry. And then we'll do our giveaway. 47 Alpha Tango is Aaron Hastings, the Cosmic Frog. Let's go have a look. 1 for Mike Juliet. 1 for Mike Juliet, cooking the brakes here. Taking the first exit for 3-3 right. You in the 146? No, he's in a little baby and Brer, but probably has no issue there whatsoever. Anyway, well done. 47 Alpha Tango is coming in. John Panfield, pity you missed my landing. Minus 63. You might be just saying that, John. I don't believe you. I'm sure it's an absolute butter. No pressure, Aaron. You only got myself and around 50 members watching. I guess the mystery had to abandon the flight because of FMC issues with the tow list. No issues from whitewashing for flight next sim here. Ooh, looking good, looking good. We'll be waiting to hear what it was, Aaron. I think he'd be checking now. Looking nice. There's the check. He's floating a little bit. And he's down. I think that looked pretty good. Shame about the choice of aircraft, though. Sus. Well done, well done. Anyway, guys, time to do a little giveaway for you. Oh, let's turn the anti-collision light off as well. There we are. So, just a random one. I just got the just get the list for everyone taking part in the group flight, which was updated just before the stream. That's been copied. And let me just find the randomizer website. Excellent, so now I just need to bring that up in Streamlabs. There you are, you should all be able to see random.org.list, which allows you to copy and paste a list, and the following form allows you to arrange a list of it in a random order. The randomness comes from atmospheric noise, something about it being basically completely random as it is. But there is everyone that's taking part in the group flying. I've just copy and pasted out now, literally, from Discord. There you are. So everyone taking part, as usual, is entered into the prize draw. Remember to win. You'll be at the top of the list after I've randomised it, and then yeah, just drop me a DM in Discord, and we'll get that organised ASAP. So then, the winner of the 17th members only group flight is AV? Oh no! I'm joking, AV. Congratulations. Not sus. You are the winner of this mumps group flight. I don't think you've ever won anything in the past, so congratulations to you. Second place Simon to no deal, and then it was group 2. The entirety of group 2. No, AV, congratulations. Let me know in Discord if you'd like to win a copy of an Amazon gift card, a $50 Explain gift card, or any add-on you want for your flight sim up to the value of $50 or 50 quid, whatever it is, but we'll find you something nice for sure if you'd like it to be a sim add-on. Awesome stuff, so well done to you, AV, the winner of this month's group flight. Well, there we go. So what can I say? Another very successful members only group flight, number 17. How many more will we be doing? Who knows? But thoroughly enjoyable. To everyone that takes part and everyone that watching hasn't taken part, make sure you take part. We want to hit as many people as possible. I'd love to envisage in a dozen or less group flights ahead in the future. We'll have 100 of us, especially now we're organising these crossfire group flights or kind of like split sectors where we're all arriving at the same large international airport. But one day we will perhaps have 100, who knows, but great to have so many people turn out for this one as well. As ever, drop a message to the guys who came online for ATC for the group flight as well. They spend their free time to make sure the group flight goes smoothly, and the last year have been so smooth with the excellent ATC there. It's been very, very good indeed. Right, anyway, I need to pop off anyway because I've got to get ready for the next stream over on the Flydex Sim Gaming channel. Rest my eyes a little bit for all this screen time. But no, it's been thoroughly enjoyable indeed. Right, we'll pop off the network. There we are. We'll disconnect and turn down the background music. And we'll then cue the funky replay music as we always do. There we are. So, excellent. Let's put ourselves here on the threshold. Wasn't too bad a job landing myself today. I was pretty pleased with it. A little bit of a float. Conditions are pretty much perfect. There's the check. Maybe 10 feet higher than check or so, but settled then really nicely on the ground. Just hold the attitude. Kind of need to do. Let's have a look from here. Even looks great at night. Can't quite hear the engines though. There we are. So coming in. Wait, they have US roadsides here in Kuwait. Nice buttery touchdown. As reverses, speed brakes up. Domino, it'd be nice if we could be able to hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's very loud with the replay music. Brent, that was so much fun to watch. I fire along offline and plan to join the next group flight once I get on that. So thank you. Awesome, Brent. Absolutely feel free to fly along offline. Build your confidence to get you on that as well. Thanks, Ruben. See you on the track as well. Well then guys, what can we say? Another successful members only group fight. As I've said already, thank you so much to all of you for the continued support for myself and Marianne and the channel. Very much appreciated. As ever, I say this at the end of every members only group fight. I think anything more we can do to cater your membership, please let us know. Always open to feedback, criticism, what you like, what you don't like on the channel. Don't be hesitant to contact us. We're always listening to you as well. And if it's any confidence as well in DM, so if you have any issues or something you want to address, let us know. But that's very rare, thankfully. I think you all enjoy your times as members. Cool. Next 4 or 5 weeks we'll organise the next one. Who knows where we'll be. And we'll be live, as I said, on the Flying Deck Sim Gaming channel later for the next race in the Alpaca GT race series. So it'd be great if you could pop in and say hello. I'll try my best to interact with you in chat, but you'll get to see me spin off numerous times. Also try and catch up everyone else. Excellent. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And if we don't see you on the gaming channel, we'll be around on Discord as ever, and we'll be live on the main Flying Deck Sim channel with another public stream, no doubt, at the beginning of next week at some time. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you all soon.